have been consistent speaking against bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Major what yo? No more bad government. Major what? No more bad government. Major what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Major war, no more bad government. Major wars media, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, no more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Major war, no more bad government. Major what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the
voiceless. I saw it. Any need to showcase it is already circulating. We already know that Peter Obi have proof for everything. So for me,
no, it's because of all these Marundas. Some of them they come, maybe they see them.
Okay, I will showcase it. One of our consecrated money here has also forwarded it to me. But still, I would like us to quickly move on right now. Kenneth Okonkwo statements have triggered a lot since yesterday till now. Kenneth Okonkwo's stand have triggered a lot since yesterday till now. Kenneth Okonkwo's fan. You'll be surprised. How come I'm his fan? It's not because I have a personal relationship with him. No. I became Kenneth Okonkwo's fan because he was supporting my principal, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. And he played a major role. And yesterday, a lot of you criticized him, while one or two also protected him. I was one of the people that tried to protect him. What I was protecting was not his now, rather his past. I never mind if you wanted to criticize his now, but you criticizing his past was my concern because he did a lot to help us triumph in that 2023 general election, rather presidential election. But Kenneth Okonkwo confirming now, or rather everyone confirming now that Kenneth Okonkwo have drifted to Atiku, working for Atiku to work against Peter Obi is baffling. Not only baffling, it's shocking. You know why? Because Madam Deborah called yesterday. She asked some vital, significant questions. That does it mean that Kenneth Okonkwo was doing everything for money? I said, yes. All of them, they are doing whatever they are doing for money. But she continued to insist. Does it mean that he was not standing for a better Nigeria? That was a question that I could not answer. Because sometimes when you see these people doing whatever for money, there's nothing wrong if you're doing anything for money. But at least if you're taking the money from the person that you believe that can do the right thing for the country, I think that would be much better. So let's assume Kenneth Okonkwo was doing whatever he was doing in 2023 for money. But at least he was supporting the right person. You and I know some satanic people listening to me right now will still continue to argue with their ancestors that Peter Obi have never been the right person. But we'll put that argument for another day. But now, for Kenneth Okonkwo to now be working for Atiku is the shocking part of everything. That shocked me throughout the night after playing the proper. Because you remember, I gave a submission yesterday that I have not watched the proper video. Today, I watched it over and over and over again. I was trying to take it words bit by bit. Then I have to went through, fill my car, to full tank, to drive through this whole social media platform to see people's reactions. A lot of people are very, very bitter over Kenneth Okonkwo's satanic move. Indirectly, for now, it still looks like indirectly because not officially announced that he's going to campaign for Atiku. But that's what it looks like. It shocked me. It shocked me because listening to him playing that video all over again just now, shown that So all this while, Kenneth Okonkwo was only working for any amount. I don't know what he and Mr. Peter Obi agreed financially, but he was working for his money. Probably the highest bidder, you know, who they pay $30,000 or $40,000 per delegate, don't bid higher than Peter Obi at this moment now. Then Kenneth Okonkwo is happy to speak differently. When I was listening to that video just now, I was like, wow, I have to go on a trend research. Say, let me go for a research. Then not be like say we don't forget ourselves. Not to see who is this Kenneth Okonkwo, how he played his role in 2023. Then I found, or rather, managed to gather some findings concerning Kenneth Okonkwo. I would like to take one today because I'm going to be taking it all every day, different kind of videos. We have lots of them now. We're going to pile up. I and my team, you know, going to pile up so many things so that we can use this to reference throughout, before and after, or rather during the 2027 presidential race. But I'd like you guys to listen to this video here and ask yourself, or rather tell me, how did this person that you are about to watch in recapitulation back to 2023 manage to change to something else now in 2025, ahead to 2027? Let's take this.
Few days of the campaign, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, a lawyer, actor, and spokesperson of the Peter Obi Presidential Campaign Organization. He joins me live here in our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Kenneth, for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you, viewers at home, for joining us.
I guess you must be grinning in the waiting room when you were listening to the endorsement from someone like Mr. Babachi Lawal. How does that come to your principle and your party?
Well, it is very exciting. It is a confirmation to what I've always told you, that Peter Obi is the only option. And this was the conclusion that Babachi Lawal reached. That after deliberations, they came to the inevitable conclusion that the only option was Obi Dati presidential ticket, because it represented the equity, justice, and fairness, which is the foundation that the competence, character, and capacity of these two gentlemen will be built on. You know, the reason why at least Atiku Abubakar was feeding them with ethnic jingoism, Northerners should support the North, when they have not even seen any benefit, that their Northern Muslim brothers have been governing them. Whereas Tinubu has caused the greatest disaffection and division amongst them on religious line. P2B went to the North and offered them immediate, decisive, and long-lasting security. P2B offered them that farmers will go back to the farm and that the North will be turned to the next oil and gold. P2B offered them that there will be a Marshall Plan for education that will make the federal government intervene in collaboration with the state government and international community to ensure that in the North you have free access, easy access, and affordable access to education that will transform North from being the region that has the greatest out-of-school children from school to becoming a wonderful section that is education compliant. P2B offered them that there would be an incentivization of the resuscitation of the cotton and textile industry, which has been moribund, and that the value chain, cattle value chain, they will be obtaining their $1 billion share out of the $75 billion in 2025. P2B offered them expansion of the infrastructure, solar energy, wasting in the North, etc. But above all, P2B assured them of adequate representation and equitable appointment in all sectors of the economy. Equitable appointment meaning the Muslims and the Christians will be adequately represented in his government, because he is coming in under the foundation of equity, justice, and fairness.
I mean, you're a lawyer, so you understand the chapter 2 of the Constitution, where it talks about the values and the ethos that brought this nation together, and those who feel religion and ethnicity has been used as tool to divide this country and its politics for far too long. How does it make you feel as a person, knowing full well that these two tools again had reared its head in our politics just as the election is coming.
Oh, yes. That is the sad point of it. Initiated by Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu. Atiku Abubakar could not even allow a tweet that was written for him, like every other thing is written for him and Bola Tinubu, including their manifestos, which they do not even know the content. He could not even allow the tweet that condemned the burning alive of a young northern Christian lady, Deborah Samuel, just because of religious bigotry. How do you expect these people to support you? Bola Tinubu came out publicly to say, no northern Christian has the capability, the competence, the capacity to be his deputy. What an insult. They have balkanized this nation into ethnic and religious division.
So you do not...
No, wait, oh, is this the same Kenneth Okonkwo that is now supporting the article now that is talking right now? It's just a question. Because the whole thing is shocking. It's shocking. But you know what, guys? I will keep all these videos. Campaign never starts. Campaign never starts. Let me keep them. I will continue more research, I and my team, to put lots together for campaign when it starts. It's very unfortunate to see that Kenneth Okonkwo is about to become people like Daniel Bwala and Reno or Mokere. Yes, it's sad. That is what is going to look like now. This country, the problem is huge. Not just the people in government, to be honest, not just the people in government, also the normal people, you and I, a lot of us. Somewhere in Southeast, this video that I'm going to play right now will shock you. You know, a charity home, orphanage, where people donate to help the children and all that. But the staff there were caught on camera sharing stuff that's supposed to be given to the children. I want you guys to watch this instead of explaining all.
This is wrong. All the wrong. Because this thing be all the painful. All the painful. At the end of it, because as someone may donate yesterday, then I'm seeing this kind of thing, all the heartbreaking. All the heartbreaking. When I'm not supposed to go, we're not condoning her for again. We'll gather, so okay, just like this one we're planning to go. You gather money, you gather people to go to this visit. At the end of the day, the workers are here. If you don't want to do something voluntarily, it's heartbreaking, or the it's unfair. It's not right. You the sense of everything here, madam. This thing will make the wrong, girl. Madam. This thing you people are doing, all the very wrong. In all the very wrong. As a person they donate here, I'm a volunteer. And when group, even now, we're still planning to, even now you give organ. As a person they donate here, I tax people, even now we'll still have the charity this thing going on. We'll tax people, we'll buy things, we'll take it to the orphanage home. At the end of the day, the workers are sharing it. It's unfair.
Okay. What is it?
These things are for these children, it's not for you people.
Are they going to eat all of them?
Yes, they are going to eat all of them. That is the essence of donating it. They are going to eat all of them. That is the essence of donating it. That is the essence of donating it. Why are you sharing? Why are you sharing? Whether she's my friend or my sister, it does not sue me.
Just imagine. See what that one they ask. Are the children going to eat all of them? Just imagine that. Let's continue.
They are going to eat all of for you people.
Are they going to eat all of them?
Yes, they are going to eat all of them. That is the essence of donating it. They are going to eat all of them. That is the essence of donating it. That is the essence of donating it. Why are you sharing? Why are you sharing? Whether she's my friend or my sister, it does not sue me. Sue me. If you want to sue me, sue me. My problem is I am a volunteer. Yes, I am a volunteer, and this thing is breaking my heart. It is breaking my heart. It is breaking my heart. I am making noise over here. This this thing you people are doing, it is breaking my heart.
How is it breaking?
It is breaking my heart because I contribute to things like this. I gather money. Yes, if people volunteer for this, if people give it willingly for those children. People give it willingly for those children. My problem, Bona, this thing is you're doing is very wrong. And as a mother, I am disappointed. I am disappointed because this is meant for those children. It is meant for those children. Have to go do my account. Leave me. This is not make it wrong. I'm not justify. Yeah, you're a mother. You're a father. If you have children. I'm not the only woman to okay, go take this thing, we'll donate this thing to these children because they are underprivileged. Then you put up on a neck and look at what you I've been watching you, you've been carrying all those things off. You're looking for
All right. You see, even this woman wanna see for screen, so was now later fighting that the woman that was talking behind the camera. Okay, now my question now, because some of you that have been following me for a while, you know my frequent submission here is that this woman now go see young people where they criticize Tinubu. If you go back, if you have a way to rewind her life, you see now say she have series of time and where she don't distress people like Tinubu, Buhari, say Nigeria had though useless president, useless this. But look, give this kind of woman opportunity now to become a senator or become a rep to represent his constituency. Wait to go happen. I've said it so many times that many of us that criticize the government, if we're given the opportunity to rule, we will do worse than what the government is currently doing. That's why you see, say, during the time of 2022-23 general election, every senators and house of and reps that we all fought for to get power, to gain power into their offices, all of them decamped and they started acting in a certain way. So the problem of Nigeria is huge. You see amount, and the other one there, the man there that we're calculating how they will share everything, we're saying that are they going to eat all of them? That means that the children not finish the food now, so make we share it. I thought I should bring that in. It's a diversion, but it's a very, very important diversion. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all right there. I think we should start talking right now. Thank you very much for your time with us. For those of you that want to call in, this is the best time for you to call in, because if not, I'll just take on the tool that I have on the panel so we can start talking right away. Thank you very much for those of you that super chatted us once again. Thank you for those of you that have shared this video. Thanks for those of you that have liked. And my wonderful people right there on the comment section that are always keeping the comment section very, very busy. God bless you all. Thanks for my spectators, the good ones though. We know we have some satanic spectators. If you are one of the satanic spectators, gradually or patiently waiting for you to fail, don't worry. Failure will continue to be your portion in the mighty name of Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I appreciate every one of you, my people. I'd like to just start with the panelists right now, as long as we don't have any call at the moment. Maybe I might pick some calls later on if the time is permissible. But let me start with Black Panther. Black Panther, my brother, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
My brother.
Where's your time?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening to Nigeria. I wonder why you came into the studio today. Unless you don't start, Abby. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. God bless you, Mommy. More grace. And to everybody, may God bless every one of us as we embark on this journey. It's not going to be easy, but we are going to prosper. Because the Bible says, whatsoever we lay hands upon, we are going to prosper. The people's voice. There's an adage that says the people's voice is the voice of God. We are speaking because our creators created us to speak the truth. And we're here to speak the truth. We cannot be bought over. Some of us might be bought over because there's a price tag on some people. But me, I will speak for myself. I cannot be bought over. If I'm for you, if it's a movement, hell no going anywhere. If I assess you, yes, you believe in that movement, I stick with you like a glue. And when you derail, I will see it from your words. It's not at the end of the road. I will see you. I will not see you derail. No, from your word, I will know whether you are derailing. And when you begin to do that, I'll begin to tell you point blank. Now, today, we are here to see somebody who believes in a movement. I want everybody to understand what the difference between a movement and a political group. A political group is not a belief. It's a vehicle to go and grab power. That is why they said obedience is not a party. That is why some of us are saying obedience is in every party. Because we want the country to get to where we want it to be a good country where an average child can rise to position of a president, can be a senator, can be a house rep. That is the Nigeria we are looking for. And for you to actualize that thing, you must have a certain mindset, an ideal. And we belong to a group that have a certain mindset and an ideal, just like the action group. Because the action group was broken into two parts. We have the political wings and we have the other wings that their belief and their leader, they can never derail from it. What happened? Somebody, Akitola, went against the ideal of the Action Group Congress. You know what he did? If you know who Akitola is to the group, Action Group, you would say what is happening to what Okonkwo is doing is it's just a play. Akitola went to the extent of subverting justice, using the Northern Caliphate to do that against Awolowo. Awolowo was thrown into jail. And while in jail, he lost his first son, who was a lawyer. Somebody will come and tell me, the man that believed in the ideal of a cause, because you have helped me and you backstabbed me at the back, to recount the good you've done to me. All that you've done to me is as a result for you to know me better so that you can backstab me. That is the purpose. That means you are on sale. Anybody can buy you and you can do anything because you don't give a damn about me or you don't give a damn about Nigeria. Anybody can do what he's doing. Anybody can speak for obedience, for Obi. Do you believe in the ideal? Do you believe in the cause? That is what we are talking about. Man, you watch a man from beginning, you know the way he talks. The first day he started it all, I said, this man is gone. But people were saying, oh, look at what he did behind. Look at what if you want to say, look at what he did, you want to use that perspective, then you will say the professor of rice and beans. Then you forgive professor of rice and beans. Head. It's not giving back to him. Then let's look at his good. Let's look at him. Let's not condemn him for backstabbing the people.
You are losing your voice. Your voice is going on and off like before.
Oh, sorry. Are you hearing me now?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. We should be very mindful of the things we are doing. We should protect Peter Obi with all what we got, because he's the head of the movement. He has the political wing of it all. He has the political wing. We are in the movement, making sure that everything, we buy more disciples into the movement so that we be able to think accurately that this Nigeria, we cannot afford to do the mistake. So that we can forge ahead with a great nation. Now we have seen it all. People are saying, this man, I say, yeah, he's a traitor and he's on sale. He has a price tag. I think you come and buy. Yes, let's sell him. He's one of the politicians. Yes, that is all the politicians. But our leader is not like them. He's not on sale, because he has an ideal and he believes on one cause, to see Nigeria work. And we all want to see Nigeria work. Is it not so? What do we do to a traitor? We trash them and we move further. But one thing we should know, he has known how we maneuver things and is ready to backstab every one of us unless we have to re-strategize and do things differently. so that they don't come and destroy what the plan we're about to do. So my people, this is no longer a child's play. What is going on in the political thing, we cannot actually stand and say, oh, this is what is going on. That is why sometimes I'm not under pressure. But when I see a traitor, I go very, very, because I don't give a traitor a space to even breathe. Zero tolerance. That is me. Zero tolerance on this, because if you have not experienced a traitor in your life before, you don't know what damage they can do to your existence. A movement does not accommodate a traitor or a backstabber. It's either you are for us or you are not for us. Just demarcate it, and that's all flow. That is why I thank all the people that are for Agbado. They know what they are for. So let them drive on. So Naija Watch, I will not talk too long. What the last video you showed us is that a woman was crying, why should we eat what belongs to the children? I want to tell you, calculate. Did I want to take our mind back? The rice that they donated to Edo State. Did Obaseki not put the picture there? Put another picture there. All the things they gave to Edo State, the water storm project, did they not confiscate it and turn it to their own? So what are we saying? Nigeria has been like that because this is how the politician want Nigeria to be. Selfish, greedy, corrupt, and don't give a respect for the nation they belong to. They don't even give a hook about what the nation will be like tomorrow. Thank God the world is a global world. If you mess up, they will tell you you're mess up. So Naija Watch, please, let's keep on preaching and let us give our cohesion. Let us make our cohesion stronger and believe in the ideal of the obedient. Obedient might be, some of them might be rascal. You cannot blame them. We look at the suffering for over 60 years we have undergone. Even the generation cannot even think right. Should you expect those people to be happy and smiling, facing their intruders? No, they have the right to be angry and even disrespect people. Yes, but they are not saying they want to buy anybody. They are using their mouth and they are not rioting. We should be grateful to God. Go and look at what is happening in Kenya. Go and look at what is happening in Congo and so many countries like that. They are carrying arms, but we are not doing it. We are doing it the democratic way. We are doing it peacefully. So we should give God the glory. Now, I take a bow here and thank you for what you are doing. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much, Black Panther. Thanks for that submission. I'd like to take some calls right now. Blessing and now not the call, but let me start with Mother Deborah sharply. Mother Deborah, thank you very much, ma, for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to Mother Deborah. We can hear you. We talk to us. Good evening to you, ma.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to today's broadcast. And good evening to Mommy Diaspora. Well done for all that you're doing for us. Honestly, Mr. Elvis, my heart breaks seeing Kenneth Okonkwo reverse behaving like this. That just to tell you that how is a reflection of how so many Nigerians are. You can see how vibrant he was. And you actually think he was doing that because of his conviction, because he believed that he's doing the right thing. Then how do you just change like that? How do you change like that? It's shameful and it breaks my heart. I used to think he actually believed sincerely in his heart that he was doing the right thing. If you believe that what you're doing is the right thing, there's no amount of coercion or money that will just make you, change from what you believe in and is the right thing. To change, to start eating your vomit. It's shameful. It's shameful. And I can tell you, I know I'm not sure allegedly, but I can tell you he's doing it because of his own selfish interests. His own selfish interests. He's not doing it because he believes that's the right thing to do. And I have this message for Kenneth Okonkwo. You see, if you think by supporting Atiku, like I said, you cannot replace a bad thing with a bad thing. You can never replace evil with evil. Evil can never, darkness can never overcome darkness. It's either you use light to overcome darkness. And if you think that supporting Atiku will be able to remove Tinubu, then I think he has something else coming. Maybe he's thinking that Tinubu is like Goodluck Jonathan, that they were able to just push away. Tinubu is not like that. Atiku was on the ballot 2023 and he was not able to do anything to Tinubu. He was not able to unseat Tinubu even after they rigged the election. So if Kenneth Okonkwo thinks that by teaming up with Atiku, they will be able to remove Tinubu, Tinubu will match them. Whatever thing that they bring, Tinubu is capable of giving them 100 times. So joining Atiku is still not going to change anything. Tinubu will win, except if they bring in something good that is marketable. If they bring in light, somebody like Peter Obi that has integrity, except they bring in somebody like that, then the forces of good can now overcome that of evil. But it's just a shame. This is why you see that Nigeria, it will be very, very hard. It will be very hard, though, Mr. Elvis, that for Nigeria to change. Because we have people like this everywhere. People like, you see, these people like this Kenneth Okonkwo, we have a lot of snakes everywhere. Even in this platform, even on this Nigeria World platform, we still have a lot of them that are there for their own selfish interests. They will see white and call it black. They can never stand for what is right. You see, a good example is like that video you showed last. That you see what those people are doing in that orphanage home. That's a reflection of how so many Nigerians are. Once they see what is going to benefit them, they are ready to throw everybody under the box. You see a lot of them on the media now, sneaking in to start campaigning indirectly for their satanic parties. We're going to start seeing a lot of them coming. But it's a shame. It's a shame. But honestly speaking, I hope Peter Obi will begin to make his decision. The earlier, the better. Otherwise, that coalition is already a proof that coalition might not stand because of the way it's heading to. And I hope that Peter Obi will make his own decision on time. And in my own opinion, this election might just end up to be like 2023, the way it's going. I've not seen anything that is going to change, except a very, very drastic measure is taken. That's when things will change. But if not, it's just going to end up like a repeat of 2023. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much,
Thank
ma.
you for
God
your
bless
good
you.
work.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Mother
God
Deborah.
bless you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Bye.
Okay, let me take another call quickly. I have Mr. Wale right there. Mr. Wale, thanks for calling in, sir.
Hello, Mr. Evan. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Talk to us. Thank you, sir.
Good evening to everybody on the panel. Mr. Black Panther, are you seeing that it's now getting clearer what that coalition was it for? I said it from the beginning, it's for Atiku. It's not for Mr. Peter, not Mr. Peter Obi there. I've said that, I've still saying it. Mr. Peter Obi should talk to the Nigerian youth. If we can, we can all talk to Nigerian youth, we will get there. Mr. Peter Obi will get this thing. But if he's still with these people, he will not get it. They will not give him. This coalition is for Atiku, Mr. Evans. I keep saying it. I will continue saying it. This thing can be done. Mr. Peter Obi can be the president. We all saw what is going on in the world now. Look at how America is embarrassing Nigeria with all this or something. But just look at it. Nigeria should look at it. Tinubu is not going to do anything. He will just be there making some people make money. Let's try and get someone that will fix this country. We know these people. I don't know why Nigeria is not looking at that way. All these people, they are all for Atiku. They are all for the big money, Mr. Evans. We know this now. We all know this now. Why are we saying that we don't know what is going on? Anyway, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Wale. God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Quickly, people call in on time because I'm moving on now. I already having a full panel. If you are calling in, just be listening to us because I can't call anybody back. Tony Africa, thanks for calling in, sir. Talk to us.
Thank you very good evening, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I just recovered from the shock that I had, and then I shivered. I shivered, because of this girl. This children home. I really thank you. I really thank you for bringing this. This is the most important topic for tonight, anyway. Because at the end of your delivery, you said that that you just decide to just bring it. That is the main topic of the day. That should be the main topic of the day, sir. I really thank you because you are a very good father like myself. You know what I'm saying. I love children, and then how can they do that? And then because there's no police on ground, there's no system, no government. That is why those people can be able to get away with that. It's so painful. I shiver. It's just so painful. Oh my God, I couldn't believe that. I said that is the reason why I said that this country will never work again. The country has been damaged beyond repair. And then to the political something one that they talk about, which I have been recommending that please you should stop talking about politics. You can see that what happened is that it's as it was in the beginning. You remember I told you guys 3 years ago. It's the repetition of what Nigeria was made up of. So Obi is also part of that show. He's working with Kenneth Okonkwo and this man. So Tinubu should be very careful because they may repeat. That's something they did to our own man, the Edo man, our war, the man who helped us, who opened our eye that we are part of the most educated and most civilized people today. You can see that the way we vote, we don't just vote. So we don't use a block because of that education that Awolowo brought to us with Chief Inauru. Before, so Azikiwe is Obi now. Obi, that is Azikiwe. They will promise him something that they will not give him at the end of the day. Then they will use that power of the North now, like Tawabalewa and Amanu Bello is this article and Kode and the Erufai, respectively, and then they will now use it to remove Tinubu. Tinubu have to be very careful because they can do it, and then they will lock him up later. I'm just telling you now. That is what is going to happen because the Igbo people and the Northerners are very close when you come to political system in Nigeria or the political collaboration in Nigeria. You are just trying to say we are fighting for B. Just listen to what happened. They will lock Tinubu up after overthrowing him. They will use that power. They will remove him. You know what I'm saying? And then they will lock him up with some other people from those states or those Yoruba states. They will lock them up like they did to Awolowo and Inauro. And then they will be able to breed do whatever they like, see with it. That is why we are not part of that Western region today. That's why that our oil and gas resources are not being judiciously used in those states. Can you imagine we have no common airport? We have no common airport. When I was in primary school, the aerodrome in Benin was very beautiful, which I would see called airport. It was very beautiful. We usually go to Oba to swim as children. We have Benin City bus service. Where we have everything. Those are the things that Awolowo did for us. And then he also came to help us again with Ambrose Ali again, So, but you see that the problem is that this fight between the Igbos and us, the Igbos, Hausa together combined against us. That is what we are suffering today. So they are going to use that power to dismantle. So Obi is part of the show. That's the main message I'm trying to pass on here. Obi is part of the show. He's working behind the scene. He's the Azikiwe way of today. Then Erufai and Atiku and the Amadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa of those days, sir. They will lock Tinubu up. They will use. That's it. Thank you very much, sir. Meanwhile, Black Panther.
Thank you.
Stop talking about politics now. So all this constitution or whatever. Please, let's forget it.
Thank you.
And then stop attacking like what he did yesterday to our sister. But don't do that. Just be cool. Thank you very much, Organizer Watch. Thank you, sir. So we have to look how we can be able to rescue those children.
All right.
Because if those food is even too much, they can send to the neighboring state to help other children. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tony. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Alabo, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you, Mr. Najawash.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bobby Gaspar. Thank you, the panelists. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nigerians. Thank you, the backroom staff. God bless every one of us for what you guys are doing. A new Nigeria is possible for us. Mr. Najawash, thank you for what you are doing. God bless you. Keep doing it. You are doing great. God is your strength. I just want to remind us that we have someone we believe in, which is Mr. Peter Obi. Would you put our person in the market and all this distraction? Let us continue to project him. Let the world know who he is, what he can do for Nigeria, and just ignore this side distraction that is happening. Because the time we will use in marketing our product to say this is what we have, we are trying to use it in this permutation, this. For sure, we are in a good position. Good thing is coming. Even Tinubu knows what is coming for him. He knows everywhere he's checking because of Peter Obi. Everywhere, APC have not been themselves. They have had their neck meeting several times because of this. So it's not an easy thing falling on them. They know what is coming. For us, our duty is to continue to push our product in the market. Let people know why he is the best and leave the rest for God. We will do it and we will make it possible. And at the end, all of us will celebrate in Nigeria. Peter Obi is coming. With our collective effort coming together, we will make him to succeed and we will defend our vote and we will protect our vote and we will kick those people out of power. What is happening today for Peter Obi, all this permutation and the propaganda from is a test on the social. They want to see your reaction. They want to see what is happening. As it is, even the people you see in the coalition, it's not everything we talk on live program. It's a threat because the elite believe in themselves coming together. The elite I'm talking about is the bad people. They enjoy the system, just like the way the Nyesuweke is scared if Peter Obi should come. Most of them are there. They will enjoy that. They don't want something that will go in the right way because this corruption put much money in their pocket than good governance. So, but at the moment, we should just continue pushing our product and continue to believe in God also. Then we'll work out our salvation without any fear, without anything intimidating us, to make sure we make this man to sit down there. For them, those people, they feel they have secured their own future and their children. We need Peter Obi. We must do everything possible within the ambit of the law and our constitution to make sure we put him there, to set a standard that we will be proud that we have left a legacy. And before our very eyes, we have witnessed Nigeria working. Thank you, Mr. Evis, and God bless you for what you are doing.
Thank you,
Keep
sir.
doing it.
God bless you, Mr. Alabo. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right, callers, I'll leave you guys for now. I appreciate every one of you right there listening to us. Let's go back to the panel. To Nigeria, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us. Good evening to you. Okay, to Nigeria, you are not there. Mr. Jonathan, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Elvis, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you very much.
God bless. God bless you. Happy Wednesday to you. I greet you. God bless you. And fellow panelists, I greet you guys. God bless you all. Among diaspora, God bless you greatly. And all the commenters and all the callers, God bless you all abundantly and welcome. You know,
sorry. Was I called? Was I called? I can't hear you.
Yes, I did. Yes, but you will have to come back again after Mr. Jonathan. Did you answer? I'll come back to you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will have let him take over, but if he wants to.
Okay, that's fine. Tunaja, you have the floor. If this is the second time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nayawa. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Greetings, everyone, and greetings to the chat and to the viewers, and greetings to the panelists. You see, last year, when the national anthem was changed from that of the previous national anthem of Nigeria to that was written by a white lady that was part of the colonizers of the country by the current president Tinubu. Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo was one of them that supported it. For some reason, for the life of me, I couldn't understand it. And I did a live stream, and for that specific reason, to criticize him for supporting something like that, because he's supposed to be a younger generation. Probably, maybe wasn't even around during the time the country was being colonized. How can somebody of his age not understand that Nigeria exports music, and we are our own people, indigenous people, and we have people that can write our own national anthem, but instead we went back to a national anthem that was written by a white woman, and he supported it. And when I criticized, people were like, "Oh, why are you criticizing him?" I was like, because these type of people, you can't trust these type of people that don't think like this. This is the reason why our country is like so messed up, because the mindset of the people is completely faulty. They can't think for themselves. I don't even think they think they are their own people. They just make every excuse to cut out to every other people's needs. And so when I criticized him, then I received a lot of criticism, like, "Oh, you out there, you who do you think you are?" And all that kind of rubbish. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is a mindset that actually helps our own people. And clearly, his actions now, when it comes to P2B, is showing that he's the kind of person, and that was for Tinubu, you know. He was supporting that action that Tinubu took. Not to mention the fact that now he's for Atiku now to an extent, by saying that, oh, because Atiku is going to be the incumbent, he's going to be able to protect Obi's votes. Is it not your job to fight for your votes? Is it not your job to protect the votes? So you're waiting for the incumbent to be able to protect the votes. In other words, you're admitting defeat, that the system is always defeating you all the time. You've had 4 years to prepare, or 2 years to prepare now, and you don't think you are going to be ready when the election comes up. These are people that are not serious people. They don't think, all they care about is to be conveniently swept into office. And Atiku is not going to be conveniently swept into office because he's not going to win. Atiku doesn't stand any chance of winning. Every time I speak to people, especially Southerners, I'm really shocked by how many Southerners are willing to support Tinubu instead of Atiku. Even if they hate Tinubu, I'm shocked by how many. You know what they say? They will say, better a Southerner is in office. Better a Southerner is in office. Because those Southern people, especially some of them are from the Southeast, they may not like Tinubu, but they dislike the North even more. Which is very, very interesting. I didn't see that dynamics coming up like that. They would rather Tinubu remain in office than have a Northerner in office at this stage anyway. And part of it is because they believe in the rotational system of government. This is another one too. Nigerians, they may not have it written in constitution, which was a shame. They should have written it in the constitution that there should be a rotational system of government, ideally around the 6 geopolitical zones. Who cares about competence? All this nonsense. Look at the competence we've had. We need stability more than competence. Something that affects the whole group more than an individual's brain. Governments are not run by one person. They are run by a set of people. You have to give orders. Somebody has to carry out those orders. The idea that this stuff we talk about, oh, they have to be merited, nonsense. Does any of the people that we've elected into office look like they merited it? We're trying to find perfection instead of you to actually focus on the type that actually creates stability. Because when you have stability, you have a system that you can build upon. Now we're going to head into an election period, and you're going to see the chaos the country is going to be thrown into. Violence, tensions, ethnic rivalries, religious the divisions will be ignited again. Who needs all that drama when you could easily use your brain to solve the problem? And I really regret the fact that Kenneth Okonkwo made the statement that he made, because he's the main reason why I'm here today. Because we see this type of behavior from many Nigerians, and many Nigerians don't pick up on it because maybe they too are like that. Because I always tell Nigerians, you are your own leaders in disguise. You just don't know it yet. Give any Nigerian a chance to get one above the other, they will do it. Like the video that Nigeria was just played today. You saw how the charity workers were taking food from the people that they were supposed to, they are charged basically, the people they were supposed to take care of, the children, taking their food, because everybody wants to get one above the other one. We forget that by doing that individually, we are compromising the entire community, compromising the states and the nation. This is how we got into the mess we got into. And Kenneth Okonkwo decides that, oh, the only reason why I will support Atiku is for him to protect Peter Obi's vote. How about advocating for somebody that has very low negatives? Do you know what low negatives mean? People don't hate you too much. And people feel like, to an extent, it's still your turn. They don't feel injustice, because nobody will say that, oh, Peter Obi running is unjust. The Northerners will not say it, because they don't expect to get the Atiku in office again at the moment. At least not strongly. And Peter Obi, people, no matter how people like to talk negative about Peter Obi, say, oh, this, that, they don't hate him that much. Tinubu is heavily hated by quite a lot of people. Tinubu, the hatred people have for Tinubu is deep. The hatred some people have for Atiku is actually quite deep too, especially in the political arena. Then you want to go and choose that one because you think the North has votes. He did not have vote before when he lost to Tinubu. And Peter Obi is not going to stand by. And let's not forget this. So it's not just Peter Obi, because if PDP had chosen Wike, there would be no obedient movement. So what does that tell you? It tells you that people are tired of these old men. That is the problem. And Kenneth Okonkwo wants to still go and support one of them again. If it was Wike they chose, or Amechi, or Peter Obi in PDP, you will not go to see the obedient movement. That's a fact. And these are Nigerians. I don't know whether he's thinking from the point of view of the betterment of the nation, or whether he's just thinking, I'm trying to be clever as a strategy. Maybe that's what he's thinking. I don't know. I can't go to his mind. But all I can see is that guy is full of errors and misjudgments of situations. By what he did last year, which I found sacrilegious, to have 200 million people in your country, and you chose a white woman, you chose to support that a white woman should write our national anthem. That tells you everything you need to know. I don't know why people listen to these kind of people, really. The moment somebody says that kind of stuff to me, it's like an accountant telling you that I'm doing your books, then you ask the accountant 5 times 5, they don't know it. That should scare you. That should scare you, because if they don't know that little thing, fundamentals, what are they going to do with the big ones? That is the kind of stuff I see with many of our leaders. They betray simple fundamentals, and you can call it out very easily. And this is one of the things, if you look at among all the field, you look at Peter Obi now, he's the one that you cannot say has betrayed most of the fundamentals I've seen. I've never seen him really betray anyone, other than the fact that sometimes he works with these people. This is a guy that sees people suffering, he tries to help. This is a guy that empathizes with people. This is a guy that is civil. Even when he's supposed to be angry, he's not angry. This is a guy, I believe, will provide a level of civility and stability in the country. And if Nigerians get that, I believe that Nigerians would be very, very creative and very, very innovative with the way they would develop the country. Those are the kind of people we need. Even there was a day I was debating with Agbado supporters, and they went to AI, talked about it. In the end, AI decided that even Peter Obi would be a better leader than Tinubu. Even artificial intelligence, looking at their records, say Peter Obi will make a better president. That is how common sense it is. And yet, Kenneth Okonkwo thinks that is the other way to go. Like I said, if your accountant cannot even do modification, you should ask yourself whether that kind of person should be even running your country. And that's why I always thought that Kenneth Okonkwo's opinion, I don't take it too seriously. I will always seek a second opinion. A second opinion if I hear somebody like that talk. Just like you should do If your accountant doesn't know multiplication, you should seek a second opinion. So common sense, we should try to make it more common.
1
Yeah.
minute. 1 minute.
So yeah, let me comment about a little bit about what those people were doing. You know, I was looking at those that lady and you know, taking some of the provisions from these children and how she was looking at the lady that was complaining. And interestingly, I could almost see from both sides' point of view. Nigerians, often where they work, they want to eat from there. Not from their salary alone, they want to eat from there. And sometimes it doesn't even matter how much you pay them. I've said this before on this platform. I've seen Nigerians that somebody's paying them, but anytime they want to come and buy something for their Oga, they will add money on top of it. They will always add money on top of it, no matter what the Oga pays them. Because to a Nigerian, getting more is getting more. It doesn't matter what they have now. If you give them 1 million, they want 1.5 million. If you give them 2 million, they want 2.5 million. It's just a psyche. It's not about how much they have now. You can see our greed has run the system to the ground. And this is why anytime they bribe every Nigerian, they will take it easy. And that's what those people are displaying there. It doesn't matter how much they pay them. They can do good by not stealing that money. By not taking that food. They're not going to die, but they will do it anyway. Because you just want it that little bit more. Greed. Integrity. Greed wins all the time. Morality. No. That's too much. That's for heaven. Thank you. I'll leave it there.
So Nigeria, I support you 100%. You know, well, no matter the amount you pay them, if you are sending them message, they want to add their own to it all the time. These guys in Nigeria, just forget. Now we deal with them. I understand them much better. Thank you very much, everyone, right there. I'd like us to move on. Let's hear from Mr. Jonathan this time. Mr. Jonathan, once again, please talk to us, sir. Put it to you.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I greet you once again. I greet everyone once again. See, let me say this. Mr. Tunaiga, I agree with you. The only area where I just want to quickly make a little contribution is the area of stability and competence. You see, competence begets stability, and vice versa. They work hand in hand. The reason why there is no stability is the lack of competence in the first place. So, yes, stability is needed in our system. I also agree with you going further, because you said most of the things that I even noted, that I highlighted there that I want to talk about. You mentioned them in your submission. And the first thing I noted down, again, I've said it before, I noted it down here, is that majorly every government that is existing, or any government of a nation, is a reflection of the people of that country. It's a reflection of the character and the morals of the people of that country. Emphasis on majorly, probably not entirely, but majorly is a reflection of the people. The video of today, or the event, it just buttress it. Just buttress it further, where you see people stealing from the most vulnerable, the most impoverished people that you are supposed to have some empathy for, that you are supposed to take care, to take good care of. That is how low the moral, the character moral is in Nigeria. That is how low. People will literally go and steal from a blind man. They will steal from a man that is, physically challenged people. They will steal from the most vulnerable. And it extends to the highest level, the government. They are stealing from Nigerians because Nigerians are very, very vulnerable. If you steal from Nigerians today, the millions and billions that they are stealing, the trillions that they are stealing, what can the people do?
because they are very vulnerable. They are weak. It takes compassion for you to see that, no, I can't do this. These people are too weak and too vulnerable. I can't do this. So the system that we have, the government that we have, is a reflection of Nigerians, who we are, majorly. Nigerians are just like that. Yes. Give Nigerians chance, they would even do worse. That's why we are seeing characters like Kenneth Okonkwo. That's why we've seen characters like Daniel Bwala. That's why we continue to see characters like Omokri, Reno Omokri. That's why we have characters like Felix Moka. And this thing has nothing to do with age in Nigeria. That's why we have character like Ononuga. It's a moral, there's that moral deficiency is like it's incurable in Nigeria. Because when it comes to politics, and thank you for showing the video of Kenneth Okonkwo in 2023. And I believe there are more of that. And I said it yesterday when this came out. I said it. I said, the guy can never flow. Everything he will be saying going forward will be so nonsensical, it will never add up going forward. It won't. And I'm glad today we have not even started. We have not even started at all. See comparison. It can never flow. And I listened to that interview too in its entirety with Sheung yesterday. About 25 minutes or less. Everything he was saying there does not make sense. Those analogy about incumbency for you to win election, this guy is a failure. This guy called Kenneth Okonkwo, but we have not started. I will leave all of that. As they always say, market has not matured yet. We will leave it. But this little I will say for now. This guy is a failure. He's been in politics trying to move from one place to another. He has contested. If you want to go raw, we'll go raw with him. Because this is a guy now, he has no morals. He lacks morals completely. He's just dangerously ambitious. There's nothing bad in being ambitious. But when your ambition now become a danger to the people around you, then something has to be done. His ambition is so detrimental to everything around him. So detrimental to everything around him. That is who the guy is. And I've said on this platform, I can say it with full chest. Yeah. Unless somebody will come out and prove me wrong. Nobody knows Kenneth Okonkwo more than I on this platform, on this space. Down to his home, I know him. So when market matures, his character, who he is, that's just who he is from this guy called Kenneth Okonkwo. He has no, his ambition is just dangerously ambitious to the detriment of people around him. How? Every analysis he made yesterday was just as the guy cannot make sense again. He cannot be coherent any longer. He can't. Talking about geopolitics. How will Atiku win if Kenneth Okonkwo is someone who has his brain intact? If not for selfish reasons and selfish reasons alone. How will he win? How will Atiku win? If Kenneth Okonkwo is actually looking and striving for a good Nigeria, how will you go and support somebody like Atiku at this time? How? If truly that is what you are working for. You don't care about Nigeria. The geopolitical analysis is your analysis was completely out of it. I don't understand how Atiku will win the Southwest. He will not win one single state. Quote me. 1 out of the 6. Atiku will not win 1. Quote me anywhere. Combine Southeast, Southwest, 11 states together. 6 in the South, 5 in the Southeast, 11. Atiku will not win 4. Quote me. Atiku will not win 4. And how we will now want to be president with the likes of Kenneth Okonkwo. And Kenneth Okonkwo, you baffle me. You surprise me you shock me to my marrow. I mean, this is ludicrous, mentally ludicrous. How? Atiku cannot win. So I will assume that you know that very well that he cannot win. Then why are you supporting him? Then it will not be far-fetched to conclude that it is for your pockets, for your pocket alone. That house that you want to build, that property that you want to buy in Parkview Estate in Ikoyi, that market has not matured. Those property that you want to add, that you are only fighting for your pockets. For your pocket and for your pocket alone. How could you say you will support another candidate? You have no integrity of any kind. You buried anything called integrity. The man you describe as a religious bigot, as an ethnic bigot, is the man now you are lining up behind him. How you want to square? You just think you are clever. Yes, I agree with Mr. Tunaija. He just thinks he's clever. He thinks he can take any position at any point in time and he can talk himself out of it. That is his thinking. That is his brain in summary. Just know him. That is his brain. That is the brain of Kenneth Okonkwo. With his law background, he thinks that any position at all, he thinks, I thought this guy, he thinks somebody can find somebody with a gun in his hand and caught red-handed. He believes that he can go and talk the person out with evidences all over, with red oil on the hands of the person, everything. Fingerprint and everything, all evidences. He believes that he will go and talk himself out and talk the person out. That is his brain. In summary, that's who he is. That's why you see him, he will be talking smoothly. The way he talked and supported Peter Obi. And now you want to come and talk. You think you will flow? You will not flow, Kenneth. You cannot flow. All your analysis yesterday was so faulty. And you say you are a political analyst. You are a political analyst. We need to start to question your political integrity right now, analysis right now. We say you are a political analyst and you are thinking that Atiku will win in the Southwest. Not even one state. You say you are a political analyst and you are thinking that Atiku will come to the Southeast, South, and he will win 50, even 50-50. How? He will go and win his Northeast, get the Northeast state, get another one or two in the Northwest.
1 minute more, sir.
Very disgraceful guy. But as I said again, market has not matured. We'll deal with this as time goes on. I will end by saying this. My brother will always say here, Nigerian politicians cannot change. So the idea that this so-called coalition is not for Atiku, that it is eventually for Peter Obi. If you have that mind, and you still think that Nigerian politicians cannot change, those are contradictory statements. It doesn't match at all. If you believe that Nigerian politicians cannot change, there's no way you can stand behind this coalition. You cannot. You cannot. They cannot change. I believe that firmly. Nigerian politicians cannot change. And so it is in this coalition. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I'll leave it there for now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan, for that submission. God bless you. Mr. Doa, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Good evening, Mommy in Diaspora. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers, and the passerby. God bless all of us all. Where today look like fire on the mountain. Wow, it is good to be good. Yesterday, I said something that Kenneth Okonkwo should come and tell us what he will use to defend his new master. And I said something very clear. I said, or profound, that Peter Obi could not pay him or did not pay him when he was doing that. But Daniel Buhaha has left Atiku and went to Emilokon. So he's now speaking for Emilokon to receive his pay. So Atiku will have to look for a person who can also talk to pay. So that is why you have to employ Kenneth Okonkwo. That Kenneth Okonkwo is doing his bid. He's working for his master to receive his salary. Anyway, and everyone will know his fee that is a Nigeria, among the Nigerian Nollywood actors, or who were so funny and had some mysterious film for Nigerians. So, which know that was living in bondage. I want the Nigeria to remain in bondage because a person who come to defend Atiku, when Ambassador have told us that Atiku, the money he embezzled between a period of time, that such person cannot lead this country. And he is not comparing Ambassador time with other time. I said Ambassador, the time they will not hold more, Nigeria paid their debt. Isn't Atiku that paid the debt? Is it not Obasanjo? It's just like when Buhari and our late Babatunde Diagbon was in power. People who did not know, we are saying it is Buhari, but we that understand said it was not Buhari, it was a Diagbon that were emphasizing and exercising on policies that make Nigeria great in Buhari time. So, Kenneth Okonkwo, you cannot defend Atiku. Even when Atiku was campaigning, he said that his reason of coming is to come and feed his friends and his family. That he's coming to come and sell the NNPC. That it is his time, he will sell the NNPC. So a man who have campaigned that, the only one resources we know, that's why they are using it to play gamble, that is now remaining for Nigeria, that is still working little. Then you want to come and sell it. You have said the NEMPA, you have said whatever port, and so anybody who come to defend such man as a good or greater or thinker or whatever, or integrity man, that person doesn't know what he's saying because he must be complicating himself. So that is for Kenneth Okonkwo. And Kenneth Okonkwo is desperate to be favored by any politicians. He's too desperate. That is why he jumped here and there to want to defend error. Because when he was doing it in time of Peter Obi, he thought when Peter Obi become president, one position another might get to him. So he's now looking it at other way around and said, oh, now it's like Atiku will not be the one who grant more than Peter Obi. So let me switch to this man way. So that is something like this, which they call two-edged sword that has no direction. So well, we leave Kenneth Okonkwo for God. We have another, God will bring people more integrity than in vocal that can speak for Peter Obi and speak for the obedience. So because when people say obedient, it is not just by mouth, it is by heart and actions. So that is for that. And today, I love Abati. Abati have started seeing light. It's going out of darkness. He even emphasized on this coalition that if this coalition want to work, apart from only Peter Obi, then the rest should take away their interest of becoming the president, because the person that people follow to that coalition is Peter Obi. And if they did not give Peter Obi to be their candidate, so everybody will leave. That is the way we go. So we return. So and the other hand, for Atiku to decline or to deny that nobody called him, I might not say deny, but let me just use a decline that nobody called him. That shows that Peter Obi will get the victory of their coalition, because he had begun to see the handwriting on the wall that everybody has seen. If not Peter Obi, they should forget about it. So as a person that is wise and will be wise enough, because he will like to build his own agenda, because just like the way Milo can build his own. So he will like to make sure that Peter Obi, they do all things on means that Peter Obi to come. Because if Peter Obi come to the power, then it will make a good government so that everybody will believe on that party. So Atiku, I know that Atiku will become a statesman for this, or on this case, he will become a statesman. He will not want to show his interest anymore. But he might want to be taking people, I will do this, I will do that. But with this core and different outcrying that is going here and there, I believe Atiku will turn a new leaf. So that is for that. And we can see that our northern brother also came out and bring his own view. So I begin to see that good thing is coming. Good things is really coming. Better days ahead of us in this coalition. So that is for that. Then Daniel Buhala, who said that there is no idea or this the agenda, the Peter Obi just come out and say this and say that or that. Why isn't only Peter Obi, if that there are not tensions in that they are APC or a mid-local group? Why they always like to attack Peter Obi? And one thing is, the more you try to attack this person, more you are making people to know him. That is just the truth. Now, Peter Obi did not condemn them. Peter Obi never condemned them. And you want Peter Obi to tell you how he will fix road, how he will fix light. No, a good person, a wise man will not tell you. Because if Peter Obi say, okay, if I were to be Obi, you not ask me, how are you going to do this electricity? I tell you, if I call this company, I give in this, automatically you will rush and do it. Then it will not become your idea. So Peter Obi don't need to tell you how he will use to do anything. But all he need to tell you is that this thing, I can do it within 1 week. I can do it within 2 weeks. Because I will use myself to give example. The time my father was working in EBS, although it was, I think, BBS that time, Better Broadcast Service. So there was a mechanic that was a driver in that company, in that EBS. Then why a engineer in office, their machine got half fault. The engineer could not do it more than 2 months. He was reading book and could not fix anything. Then one day the driver said to this master, this thing I can do it. The white man said, you can do it? He said, yes, I can do it. He said, okay, for 2 months, how many days will it take you? Then the mechanic said, so and so time. According to my father, he said the white man had another extra days for the mechanic to work, and said, the mechanic, do this thing. Anything he asks, you people should provide it for him. Really, between the day that the mechanic promised, if he fixed those things, then he said automatically the white man to sack the engineer and said, you are not engineer. This is the real engineer. You are just there to eat money. So that is how life's supposed to be. His secret has to be within him. If you said you can do the same thing, you do it with your own tactics, and let's see. Because if your own work, he will not come and do his own. But he cannot give you his expo so that you will not use it and you will not be taking the glory. No. If not, Mark Zuckerberg would not be the one who to do computer, or the other one to become Facebook. No. So everybody to your tent who is reputable, be your idea, keep it to yourself. When it gets to your time, you use it, because you are not under their minister. They did not appoint you to do anything for them. Use your own idea, let them use their idea. If their idea work, we will clap for them. Since the idea did not work, they need to vacate from the seat and let those who have idea to come in and work for us. So that is what I have to say. Thank you, Mr. Yawash. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Mr. Dura, God bless you. Thanks for your submission. Abdul Malik, please talk to us. Good evening to you. Okay, we lost you again, Abdul Malik. So if you come back, you join the final submission. I appreciate every one of you right there. I would like to come back to Nigeria, but I want you guys to have a 20 minutes to talk within yourself so that we can round up. To Nigeria, if you're there, you, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Ojowa, and anybody that will come in, let's talk within ourselves so that we can round up the show, not just like yesterday, we spent 6 hours here. So, to Nigeria, are you there? Okay, to Nigeria, you are not available. Mr. Jonathan, please take
let me say this. I listened to Mr. Odua's submission. And you said something that is very, very profound, about Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo. You said he defends error. He's a master of that. He said he defends error. And that's what he's doing now. This is not the only time that he shifted to be on the side of truth was when he supported Mr. Peter Obi. He has now shifted back to his usual position of defending error. And the other part of their error, that is for Kenneth Okonkwo himself alone. But collectively, what they are thinking, because you got to go into the heads and minds of these people and try to get it right as much as possible. You cannot be wrong. You cannot afford to be wrong in knowing what these people, their thought process. If you are wrong, like as in completely wrong, it will be a colossal failure on one's part. You cannot. You must be able to know. You must be able to estimate based on what is coming out. No matter how they try to manipulate it, you can separate, the chaff from the wheat. One must be able to do that, because they try to hide, they try to manipulate, and all sorts. They try to do that. And one of the things that they are thinking, even as we speak right now, is that they can transfer Peter Obi's votes. They believe that Peter Obi's votes are transferable. What an error in judgment. Collectively, all of them. That the likes of people like Kenneth Okonkwo, Dele Momodu, that's what they are selling. And this is the basis. This is the basis, the underlying basis for the position that they are shifting to now. They think that the votes are transferable. You know, they and to now add salt to injury, they believe that these votes are transferable to someone like Atiku. That even make it even worse. Not somebody else, so not somebody that you can say yes or should it be, should it not? Atiku. That even make it worse. That Peter Obi's vote could be easily transferred. They believe that out of the 6 million allocated to him, because someone like Kenneth Okonkwo knows better, and I expect him to know better. Those that are in the inner circle, they know better that the actual vote that Peter Obi got was about 10 million. So in their head is that if they can transfer at least 30-40% of this vote to someone like Atiku, that is the error in judgment. Because that's not going to happen. As a matter of fact, out of that 10 million, more than 60% of them will sit at home. They will not even come out to vote at all. They won't even vote at all. If they know Nigerian politics very well and they know the minds of Nigerian voters right now, they will not even come out to vote at all. The remaining 60% of them will not come out. The remaining 40%, they will vote. They will just rubbish the whole thing. So that calculation is faulty. I see it as an error on their part. So it's not going to happen. Peter Obi's votes are not transferable. It's a type of politicians now that the votes mostly 80% of those votes are not transferable. It is either they vote for Peter Obi, or most of them will decide not to vote at all, or in anger, some of them will turn and vote for Agbado. They'll vote for Agbado. That's it. So how Atiku will now win in the Southwest? But again, you said something, Mr. Odua, which again, I believe that they are reading the temperature now. They are listening. They are reading the temperature. They might just decide that, okay, let's give it to Peter Obi. Because they are reading the public temperature now that this will not work. That's why Kenneth Okonkwo, ahead of time, because what Kenneth Okonkwo did yesterday, to let you know that they are testing the temperature, to let Nigerians know that they are testing the temperature. What Kenneth Okonkwo did yesterday was not an accident. It was purposeful. It was intentional. Sent by his political master to come and say it. You have not declared who will be the president. That is the coalition now. You have not stated publicly who your candidate will be. You have not stated publicly which region of the country it will come from, but you are okay for a spokesman, possibly the spokesperson, to come and say, I will support another candidate. So what are we talking about? Is it not the same? So what you are now saying is that it's going to the north in an indirect fashion. in a very stylish and crooked fashion, they send somebody like Kenneth Okonkwo to come and, say that. For what? To test. And they are getting it loud and clear. They are getting the message loud and clear. It's not going to happen. Atiku is not going to, it's not going to, if you like, you can force it down the throat of the coalition, shovel it down the throat of everybody in that coalition, and brings Atiku out and conducted a sham, crooked primaries, rigged, corrupt primaries, and let Atiku come out. Either way, whether you do primaries, Atiku emerged, you didn't do primaries, Atiku emerged, it's not going to be palatable. It's not going to be palatable because ultimately it's going to lose. There are people that, if you go through social media, there are people that are already, swearing that they will, with all their life, they will support Agbado 2020. If Atiku is the one that they decide to, they decided to bring out, that they will support Agbado. So I believe they are getting the message loud and clear. Loud and clear. They are getting it. The temperature is hot. It's not, they are not, I'm very sure they are not comfortable right now. They're not comfortable right now. So don't let me take all this space. If somebody else is there that wants to say something.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to add something. I think I've said it before now that the opinions is the idea is clear that obedient votes or Obi supporters, his votes are not. You are correct to say that it's not interchangeable because there's going to be a serious problem of either people sitting at home or looking for some other candidate to emerge that they will go along with. It could be it could be Mustafa, it could be anybody. We don't even know. After all, P2B, nobody saw P2B coming this time. And there is a danger that P2B doesn't negotiate his way through this carefully. He might not even have a party at the end of the day. At least that's what some people fear. There is also the idea that, I try to put myself in the shoes of P2B, that why would he even entertain this if he hasn't been given reassurances? That even before he even paraventured to go and have a meeting. Because if it was me, if I don't have any chance of getting a ticket, I will not even show up with them at all.
Thank you. I said that. Thank you for bringing that out. And
there is no point of meeting them then until you are assured that you are going to get. Because after all, he is the only one, other than Atiku, that has won more than 6 million votes. And this is so. If you are going to even engage them at all, that is where you're going to go. I think there's going to be any criticism of P2B is the way he allowed the Labour Party to be the way it is. Because I would have thought before he joined the Labour Party, he would have kind of known the lay of the land first. And he would have chosen a party where him and the leadership of the party are in synergy with what he wants to accomplish. The way everything has panned out has created this situation right now because, as I was saying after the election, by now, the Labour Party, if it was ideal, should have sent a strong signal of accountability, competency, and credibility as a party that can challenge this in the current government. As a matter of fact, people should have been defecting to Labour Party. This ADC you are seeing here, everybody should have been coming to Labour Party, and he would have been the presumed flag bearer. If only the Labour Party was on a sound foundation. I don't know how that happened, and that is one of the weaknesses that people criticize P2B for. Now, I'm just going to comment briefly on something that just happened in Washington today. This is one of the problems of having small nations all over the place. When people keep talking about you want to break nations up and all the rest. Trump invited 5 African countries to Washington to have a meeting. And I noticed that none of the countries have a population over 20 million. And they are all coastal. They are looking for nations that are going to build military base in. They are going to use to control whatever they're going to control on the continent. And that's why they call 5 nations. And even our current president is not even invited. He has not even been to Washington to go and talk. And so, in other words, what I noticed the leaders, when they were all talking to the president, you need to see how our African leaders are behaving. They are like, oh, yeah, thank you for the Congo deal that you had. And we have natural resources. You can come and claim it. You can go. All of them just keep like twerking for the president. Come and take our natural resources. While the only president that spoke shockingly with a little bit of sense of integrity was the Gabonese president. And it turns out that he was a former military leader. You know, he took over, it was a coup, the previous one.
Yeah.
He came into office. So he was like, yeah, you can come and get our natural resources on a win-win basis. The idea is that we process our natural resources on the ground in the country. So he wasn't like, come and take everything and just go. Process it within the country. And the way he spoke, and I'm like, is this the reason why most nations are often transformed by former military leaders? Because there's something about politicians that are so, civilians, that are so easy to sell. They don't seem to think sharply. I don't know what it is. Because if you look at most nations that were transformed, they were former military leaders that became civilian governments, civilian leaders. So among these 5 African leaders, you can go and watch it yourself. You will see that.
I saw the news. I read the
news. It is not by military, sir. Let me put something clear here. It is not by military. It is by who you are.
I don't know. Maybe the military does something to people that makes them more bolder. Because he was the one that sounded like if he was coming from a nation. The others were like, come and take, please. Take whatever you want. We have natural resources.
Aside from that Guinea-Bissau, most of them, they are not even major economies of...
they are nobody.
Black man, to Nigeria, black man is too greedy of riches. Black man is too greedy of riches. He want to hold everything. He want to make sure that every other person beside him is greeting him like a didi.
Yeah, but if they were so greedy, why are they not trying to be like Oyibo people then? Make more money like them?
No, they make money. They make money. Okay, why will you go and put money in safe tank? You're supposed to be putting water or waste or whatever. You go and keep money there. It is because they are so greedy.
I think they are greedy and silly at the same time, isn't it? So
yes. That is this.
Because if they are greedy and smart, you can be greedy. Because in the West they are very, very greedy. All these people that are selling weapons are greedy. All these people that are selling you this in junk food, they are greedy. But they are greedy and smart. They use it to grow their wealth. These people, what they are doing, they are killing the country. Do you know our leaders are running the country to become poorer?
That is greediness, sir. Greediness, the greediness of you looking to your own brother and say, be greedy mirakadede, which is not foolishness in the eyes of other person.
When you call it greedy, you are missing the key ingredient, stupidity. Because that stupidity is where the greediness fails. It's not that greed on its own is a bad thing. Greed enables nations to expand. Is it not greed that is bringing America to Africa and the British to Africa? It's greed. But the problem is our own is stupid one. How can you have a farm? If you have a farm and you are greedy, is it not to make that farm bigger so that you can make more money? But these are our people, they will kill all the livestock. They will not feed them anything. The livestock will not have milk, will not lay eggs. This is the kind of people that we are creating. There is something corrupted about the way they think, and maybe they are not the right people. The reason why I comment on this is because we are talking about 5 African leaders, including one of them that is supposed to be Pan-Africanist. The Pan-Africanist one, which was Senegal, sounded slightly neutral. But it turns out that the military one I would have considered a total sellout because he did it on behalf of the French.
We'll see how the meetings will pan out in the coming day because they are expected to be there for they say 3 or 5 days.
Yeah.
You know? So we'll see. Today, nothing much.
They are just there on the bidding. Who is going to be America's friend? Because America needs somewhere to put their military base. I look like this in Cote d'Ivoire is not an option anymore. They kicked them out of Niger. So they are looking for one, and I'm sure they are willing to sell.
That guy, that Senegal will not. That Senegal will not.
Senegal, it will not. It will. I don't think Senegal will fall for that. I'm
They will
thinking
probably
that
go with. They may go with Mauritania.
That Mauritania is the only country that I think will fall for that.
And Mauritania will not fall in it, despite their president is there, because they also have they also as with Traore. Mauritania president is also with Traore, so it will not.
Yeah, with Traore.
No, not is in their group. It's not in their group, but his supporting his effort.
I didn't know that, but the way he sounded, he was one of those people that was so happy to say, "I'm going to also recommend Trump for this Nobel Prize, Peace Prize." While other African leaders, some of them didn't even. Some of them, they invited them. They didn't even confirm that they would. That's bold, to be in the White House there, and they ask you whether you will nominate Trump for Nobel Prize. And some African leaders didn't actually confirm that, like the one from Gabon. I don't think he actually confirmed. He just said something about, if he did it and you will get it or something like that. He didn't confirm that he was actually going to support Trump, which is very interesting. So I just feel like sometimes it looks like I don't know, maybe it's just him.
But not vessel. Malik, you did there?
Who's Malik?
Abdul Malik.
Oh, if he's there,
yeah, Mr. Uzu, I'm here.
Okay, now.
So because for the 20 minutes not to take your time that you did not talk, that is why I have to remember and said you.
Okay, they give 20 minutes. I did not hear.
I didn't know that too. I didn't know that. Just
yeah. Exactly, because they called Abdul Malik and.
I thought that was called too now.
Yes. Then he called you also, for us to do the final thing. You are not there. So Abdul Malik, you can take the floor now and then see.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Juan, Mr. Jonathan. Good evening, Mr. Nigeria. Well, good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, everybody in the panel. I listened to Kenneth Okonkwo ever again. You see, it's like what that guy was saying, I did not really understand. Because he was making example between Yaradua and Jonathan, which is what happened then. You see, Jonathan regime and Yaradua, when president died along the line, the next person to take over is the vice. Jonathan take over with chance, privilege. It's an opportunity. It's not by elected. He take the first reason of Jonathan. It was by chance. He get there. Because when president died, the next person to take over is the vice. But what Kenneth Okonkwo was trying to explain, I don't really get it. Because he's trying to support the North. This time around, it's not the turn of the North. Yeah, it's supposed to be Southern. They're supposed to complete their 8 years before he returned to North back. Because the North, they just finished their 8 years, right? According to their zoning. Okay, now why is he fighting for the North? I said it before the last time. It's like Peter Obi, the people that they are from the same place, they try to bring this man down. We have a very big problem in Nigeria. We see many of those people before 2027. It's only a few people that they can talk today and they will still stand up what they said. Look at what that video Mr. Jantai was played last time, which is 2023 campaign, right? Before that last election. Look at what this man said. But today now it's like he want to turn around. He want to change by overnight. It's very sad. People can change anytime. It's only a few people that can stand on their word. That's why we see our continent is very backward. Before we find those people now in Africa, it's very hard. It's hard. Yes, and this man, I like this man because If you take way back when Hollywood was Hollywood, which is Iliad living in Bondi, those are the people, Kenneth Okonkwo and Sarkozy, and what is the other man's name? Those are the people that make Hollywood really move in Africa. But today, I said you cannot come on air to defend PDP and APC. You will not look stupid. This is what this man tried to do now. If he know, he said, let him.
He said so himself now. He himself said so now.
Yes. You can never, because you can, those people, they don't do anything good now. How can you defend somebody like that? You can never. You can never defend those you don't do stupid or foolish. Because you don't have anything to say about them, anything good. Yeah, that is what this man, if he know he said, let him just forget about this campaigning for Atiku. Now you are kidding me that there's a zone to the north. How? Why the South is not yet complete their 8 years? Who does that? If really you want to say, okay, let's do it according to the law, then make the agreement, right? Okay, why can't you go right? Why can't you do according to the agreement? Now you want to change it, that they should zone it to the north. It's not normal, it's not proper. Yeah, that is for that. That video that you show about those two, that woman and that guy that was stealing orphanage food. You see, there is no devil. It's between me and you. We are devil. Have you ever seen devil before? Tell me. No. The answer is no. It's we human beings, we are devil. The way we behave to ourselves, the way we do to ourselves. How can such people, you don't have human feeling? People that they don't have father, they don't have mother, they don't have anywhere to get shelter. People contributed, donated food to those people, but you want to steal those people, steal the food. You say that man said that, can they finish the food? Even though they cannot finish it that particular time, why can't they reserve it? Why do we have reserve? Even though it is 1 year there or 2 years, it will not spoil. According to the expiry date, you are saying that way if they can finish the food. Okay, do you want them to finish the food now? People are very wicked in our country. Those people don't have human feeling. People that they don't have father, they don't have mother, they don't have anywhere to get to survive. You people are stealing their food to go and eat. How can you eat those such food? You will be happy. You can never. People are wicked in our country. I don't really know where we are going to in that country. Everybody try to survive. And that is not right. It's not normal something. Like that pastor, the video you play, he was prophesied about Peter Obi and others. Last year, before that 2023 presidential election, Pastor Jeremiah from Delta State, he prophesied that any president that it will be very tough. The election will be very tough. But after then, anyone that they elected before 6 years, Malaga, he said Malaga, that everything will be turned to good before 6 years. Before 6 months, 6 months. Anyone that elected. But today it's almost 2 years plus. May, June, July, August, almost 2 years and 3 months, right? When Tinubu was elected. But today everything is getting bad. I don't believe those people anymore. Yeah, I don't believe. Because sometimes what they say is not true. It's not true. Yeah, what did they say then? That the military will take over. But what you are seeing today, Agbado is seeing the power. It's not true. I'm telling you the truth. Let us know what to do. The coalition is good, but let them give to Obi. If they miss the Obi, if they don't give Obi, forget about it. Tinubu it will continue. Because Atiku don't have chance. Yeah, he don't have chance. Even the North, they will not vote for him. How long he will contest? How long? Can't he rest? We have other people that can contest, not Atiku. Let find good people. Obi is better. Why can't you try Obi? I don't really know what is wrong with our people. Somebody that don't have any corruption attached with him. Why can't we try this man? If really want to make the country good. He said he will rule for 4 years, right? 4 years is not much. Okay, let's try him. If he will change the narrative, at least 1 year, 2 years, we can see changes. Not what we are seeing now in the country. We have been borrowing money, but the money, there is nothing to show. The rehabilitation of NFPC to $20 billion, right? Till today, no one is working. Okay, where is the money go to? Nobody know. He enter. Oh, what type of country is this? Are we going to continue this way? We have a long way to go. We come together and know what to fix the country, because the answer is the things affect everybody. Forget you are living there, you are not living there, it's affecting you the other way around. Yes, it's affecting you 100%. Because you cannot tell me you are from where you are now. No, you can never be there. You can never be there. Even though you are there, your country is your country. Even there, they will ask, where are you from? Because they know you are not there. You are not from there. Even though you have their passport. That's why you will be proud of your country. From today now, according to statistics, Nigeria population is almost 237 million. Something today now. Still, we are not improving. We are declining every day, every blessed day. Every blessed people that have population is an advantage, any country. But we don't even take our people serious. The government is to provide a good life for their citizens, but Nigeria government is to publish their citizens every year. One person will steal money to go and put in abroad. What is the money doing there? To develop other small country, but your country are languishing for poverty. Is it life? Now, I watched the video today. We cannot pay salary for the primary school teachers in Abuja. For how many months back? You have not paid before. Today they just pay. Why the president last week he go to said Lucia to go and give their scholarship? Why your teacher they have not been paid for how many months? You have never fixed your own. You are going to another man's own to go and fix. Our country, no. We have a long way to go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Abdul Malik. Yeah, thank you. That's Nigeria. That's Nigeria for you. The subject of that two Nigeria brought on these African leaders that are visiting Washington. I still want to wait and see what they will do in the next 2 days in Washington, and I think it's a total disrespect to invite 5 countries to come to you all at the same time, and all of them have one. The United States, they are very good at this. They've identified those vulnerable countries in Africa, and they targeted them, this country. If you look at these 5 countries, they have issues that the United States wants to take advantage of. Serious issues, all of them. It's like they are even begging for this visit, for this invite.
And you see, where the conversation should be headed is, why is it we as Africans, whenever we encounter non-Africans like this, we don't reach the kind of agreements that enables us to prosper. What I mean by that is the West is not inherently evil to deal with, because you can see with Japan, Japan is very developed and even more advanced societally than the West. You see South Korea flourishing, Taiwan doing well, even Saudi Arabia that has a monarchy that beheads people is doing fine. Why is it that our own is different? Is it not on us to try to find a way to make it work for us? If it doesn't work for us with them, then we'll find some other partners.
It's leadership. It's leadership problem. We just have the wrong set of people leading us in Nigeria. All these countries, they just, all of them. The only one that I can just kind of give maybe a little edge there or a benefit or is Senegal. I'm trying to figure out the purpose of this visit for Senegal. That's why I said I want to wait for the next day or two. But all of them, the rest of them, these people are going there to beg. Is it Liberia? That country has no cash. They don't have money at all. Their health system is completely paralyzed, and Trump even disrupted it, in a very abrupt, sudden manner by removing aid.
I suspect that it's not the other way around. They are not going to beg. I think what is happening is that they will beg when they get there. Obviously, this is what they do. However, it's Americans that call them because they need them for a reason. There's a reason why they pick these five.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying exactly. That America timed it very well. They are going to leverage on the vulnerability of this country. Liberia, for one, they will give America anything for money, for change, as a matter of fact. This Guinea-Bissau country, America don't have embassy in their country for almost 20 years, over 20 years. Remember that riot, that mutiny where they are buying even all foreign military personnel. America closed their embassy from that country like over 20-something years ago. They don't have embassy there. Their president was so happy that, he's been invited to Washington. So these are countries that, is it Mauritania? Mauritania also don't have good relations, and US want to leverage on that one because, Mauritania is mostly an Islamic country.
Yeah, Mauritania is very dangerous to the Sahel.
Very Islamic country, and they don't have, first, if you know now, you know that they don't have diplomatic relation with Israel. And they don't have diplomatic relation with Israel.
If I was America, I would pick Mauritania as a nation to do business with.
Why? Why
Mauritania? Strategic location, because their strategic location at the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, very close to America. At the same time, they from there you can deal with the Sahel nations and watch what Traore and the others are doing, and then you can still access West Africa to an extent. So it gives them a foothold, and it's a kind of large country, little population. The government, you can influence them more easily. You see what I mean? And Mauritania is not even in West Africa, where most of the population is. It's in North Africa, because they left West Africa and went to join North African organization. So you can see why I think that gives them a lot of leverage. If they go to Mauritania is one of them, because they need West Africa. And Mauritania is close to West Africa. They can't go to
Mauritania. You know why Mauritania and US, I don't see them. They are just strange fellows, coming together.
America is looking for a place they will base and start entering Traore, the threatening they have.
One of the things that Mauritania is demanding, or has always been demanding, is that United States should have normal relationship with Islamic nations, even with the issue of Gaza, all those things, Palestine, the Yemen. Mauritania is a staunch supporters of this country, and they don't negotiate it. So how they will now, be able to navigate this now, I don't understand. For me, I just see that.
You saw how the leader was twerking.
So there is Buzu, there are Buzu there are people called Buzu. So they will use those people to enter Traore territory. So that is what they are looking for.
There's one encouraging sound that I heard during the conversation, and I just wish African leaders listen to that a bit more carefully. When Trump said we could sell you our weapons, because those things are very, very important. If you start having that kind of relationship with them, because look at Qatar. Qatar is one of the most prosperous Middle Eastern nation, low population, U.S. military base there, very rich. Dubai, they have this in UAE, they have military base there too. They have military base in many Middle Eastern countries that are
The United States will sell them weapons in exchange for what? These countries don't have
exchange of our resources.
That's why I know. That's what I in exchange.
I think it depends. See, it depends on what your resources, what you are doing with your resources. Right now, we are not mining enough of our resources, and we are not processing enough of them. If we start processing them, we'll have the money to secure this thing. Because when you start,
you are talking of leaders that have brains. You see.
Don't you know that they are doing all their effort trying to make sure that they bring Traore out of office?
That's all part of the
Traore is one of them that they're after. They also want to push the Chinese and the Russians at least contain.
So that is the reason they are calling these people close to this.
It's part of it, because I don't see any reason why. I mean, I look at these 5 countries strategically. I just look at these 5 countries. They are deeply in real problem. And, you can get a man, when a man is in financial problem, that is always when he's at his weakest point. And so it applies to nations as well. The only country I can single out is even Senegal itself, right? That guy said it, their president, when he came in. When he was elected, was it last year or so, early last year, when he became the president of Senegal. The guy, when he got in fact, it was not him directly, the wife came on Al Jazeera and said the treasury was nothing. They don't have anything. So that, everything the guy was promising and everything, when he got there and the guy saw the real scale of the level financial of the country, said, wow, they literally nothing, no money. So I think that guy too is vulnerable too as well.
Sir, I want to say something. Me, I don't believe in any country doesn't have anything. It is the ability for you to bring your. Did you know that today all Burkina Faso are happy to voluntarily doing everything in their country? Look at the road. Look at this interlocking tie road they did. Most
countries are rich. As long as you have people, most countries. This in many countries that don't have natural resources like Singapore can become rich. That tells you that most countries.
They have resources. It is as far as you have humans, especially your people that traveled. It is the ability for you to bring your people to understanding. Think of what you will do for your country, not what your country will do for you, because your country only give birth to you. You are not the one to make that land a fertile place. So, but if you went there with, I'm giving an example. I said, if I'm a governor in Edo State, under 1 year we change Edo State, you cannot say as a Dawson that there is no work and you have 2 cars. How come?
Yeah, but you're saying now most Nigerians, if they get the opportunity to get more money, they always go for more money. And that is
you can't say that you are a graduate and you are looking for a job and you have a house. Then how did you not build a house? Where is the money? Then you are going to party. That means you are not looking for a job, because that money you are using for a party is what you will use to create job. So
government will still have to provide the enabling environment.
The environment is there. The environment is there.
The enabling environment is not there. Okay, for example, now take a farmer in Nigeria now.
Yes.
He has all over him there is all land. Some of them have like 500 hectares of land, and they are the poorest of the poorest there in that country. That's an aberration. Shouldn't be so. Somebody who have land, government, one single government policy will turn that farmer to a billionaire. Just one policy alone. With that
is, you are right. That is why
the enabling environment, I believe, must be must be created by government so that people can thrive. That's why you see, for me personally, the best president in Nigeria for me is Yaradua. May so rest in peace. But again, only 2 years or less, and those 2 years most of those 2 years was not.
I want to give you example.
Was not really in office. And the reason, let me finish my point. The reason why I said so is that the policy that he wanted to implement, and he started it. But I don't understand why people that came after him could not take that and run with it. The guy just, I don't know whether if he were to be alive, he would have successfully completed it. I don't know. And that is, he said every Nigerian that have a land should not be begging for food. And he prepared the bill. The bill just died there in the National Assembly.
That is how it's supposed to be.
He said they will just make a law. If you have your land, if it's a policy of the government, if you have your land, they will appraise and do valuation of your land. It does not matter whether your land is in Timbuktu or it's in dead Zamfara. That land must have value. And they will mandate banks. You can walk into the bank and borrow money. If you don't pay, the bank will take it over. The law will permit them to take it over. So every Nigerians will just. And
let me add to this. Let me add, when I heard that Yaradua speaking, and during that period he came into office, I wasn't paying attention to the Nigerian space a lot. But one thing I know that I got the impression of was that he was a master's degree holder, and he seems to be doing all the right things based on what all the reporting and what people have said that he was doing. That could have meant a significant change for Nigeria if he had survived. That said, in terms of environment to do business, I think based on the data that I've checked recently, in America, 50% of businesses make it to 5 years and above. In the UK, about 30%, and many countries are. But in the case of Nigeria, it can go as low as 5%. It can be as low as 5%. Sometimes, maybe in some circumstances, up to 20% in terms of the data, but never have they crossed 20%. So the Nigerian environment is a very hostile place to do business, and that you expect to survive. And even those ones that survive, often it tends to have to do with something else that has got nothing to do with the actual job that they are doing. Maybe they have connection, maybe they are doing something, whatever you want to call it. So it's a very hostile environment, and I think if the government are serious about fixing the country, maybe that's where they should start from. Because if people cannot function and do business in your country, how are you going to start production? It means that all those businesses that are going to start the production, many of them will fail. 95% of them will fail if you have a hostile environment. So you are not going to, all this export we are talking about, it's going to be a mirage. So one of the things you're going to look at in such an environment, you want to have security, of course. If you don't do that, forget it. Then you also want to have insurance systems. You want to have ability to provide loans that business.
Yeah, you see this money. You see that talking about loans. You see this money that they are wasting around, like Tinubu is wasting all over the space. All these billions and trillions that I'm hearing, it is just totally uncalled for. It is needless. If you take 5 trillion naira, 5 trillion, just put 5 trillion naira down. Federal government will not. The 5 trillion naira will be there. Physically, cash available, but they will not touch it. They will just be using it as a guarantee. You will not tell me that 100% of those loans will end up to be bad loans. So this money that you just distribute, that will just go down the drain, go and use it as a guarantee. Don't touch the money. Just tell people, go and take loan, and tell the banks, give the person the loan. Once the person meets the criteria, we guarantee, the federal government guarantees the loan. It is when the person does not pay, then the federal government will take from that guarantee and pays the bank. So the banks are rest assured.
Exactly. That's what we call enabling environment. You are enabling people.
That's enabling environment.
And this is why I also talk about this insurance system. If you have a good insurance system, when businesses are investing billions upon billions of dollars, or hundreds of millions of dollars, they want to be assured that if something happens, if there was a fire, if there was instability or something, that they can claim insurance to rebuild again. And the government will need to guarantee that. And remember, if the government guarantees that, they will now also be incentivized to do the right thing in terms of making sure the country is secure. And they will want to do the right things, making sure they don't cause political instability themselves. Because if you cause it, you have to pay out to those businesses.
You know that if government, real government, they have good intention in mind. If they do that, they will put laws in place that will ensure that those banks do not sabotage it, because they want their 5 trillion naira. They are protecting their 5 trillion. As much as they are giving them assurance and guarantees, the government will now put laws in place to protect that 5 trillion. You will see that at the end of 5 years, 4 trillion or 3.5 trillion out of that 5 trillion will still be there. And literally, you have distributed the 5 trillion in terms of loans and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, the kind of multiple impact, economic impact it will have, produced within the economy will be very, very extensive.
Okay. Let me ask. I think Senegal have oil.
No, Senegal don't. They have, but they are not exploring.
Okay, thank you. Now, you see, when I said just now, I want to use myself and give you an example. I want to use Edo State to give you an example. When Obaseki, they said Obaseki borrowed money in the name of Edo State. If I'm a governor, and anybody said my state borrow money, you know what I will do? The people who borrowed the money will come and pay the money they borrowed. Because you cannot go and borrow money without using it to generate what you used to pay. So they will go after them and arrest all those people that borrow your money, because I'm not the one.
What about the one they use for infrastructure?
Yeah, the infrastructure you use it for must be what we bring back money. So you cannot.
How will the?
That's good. If you use it for a road,
the bridge bring money. It's the economy impact now that it will bring, and then the comfort to the.
So, sir, if you use it for a road, the road will be paying tax. So if the road are not paying tax, that means
how will the road be paying? Is there an expressway that you want to introduce?
Now, the reason that we are not seeing those things, the government, anybody who have come, does not even know the data, or you cannot even give the number of community villages that he have in his state, not to talk of the name of the streets or numbers of houses he has. That is why we are not seeing those things. If you want to run a government, a successful government, that is why I'm always saying I will not go and borrow money from outside to make my place. First, the people you employ, you make sure that all streets are numbered, all villages are well known and registered, all houses are known. Any landlord, if you have 10 houses, it must be known that you have 10 houses by the government. Then from there you started. Now this farm, I will use farm. If I'm a governor, my state is going to be food production. Those that will be producing pineapple will produce pineapple. Those that will produce corn will produce corn. If it is garri, village to village must contribute. Because why people pay their citizens, why are they paying? They did not plug that money from elsewhere. It is the community who plan those things down for their generation to come. So because voluntary land to produce food, at the end of the year, government and the community share the food.
You need a committed government to be focused on agriculture, because the first impact of that is that food will be extremely cheap, very, very cheap.
The government and the citizen share the food. You go and sell your own, because that is why you only hear me talk of tractor. And that is why I said in my place, you cannot come and steal. If you are a thief, no problem. Then you will become automatically employed. So you have to work the money. You still.
That's why China today, I was there earlier this year. Each time I go to that country, food becomes cheaper and cheaper. That place is the country where the food is the cheapest thing in that place. You see, see their economy, as big as their economy is, so look at their population.
Did you think, Baba, did you think this cow that is causing problem, if I were to be a governor, I want to tell you, sir, if I were to be a governor of Edo State, some people will not be, those Fulani will not be the one carrying cow to my state.
But you will develop your own.
Definitely, all communities
that you know, Mr. Odua,
sir,
you know that all those things will take time. That
it doesn't take time, sir.
I'm not a animal.
Yes, it doesn't take time. Under 1 year, under 1 year,
to have
everybody.
Yeah, thank you. How long does it take to get it to a level where it will be big enough to feed the people?
Under 1 year. Under 1 year.
You mean cow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Maybe people who have knowledge of that, but I think
let them come under 1 year.
I think to rear cows, animal husbandry, to rear cow to a point where they will grow. You know, you don't just grow them and begin to buy all of them because you want to sell them to make money.
A cow they get birth to this year,
you said what?
Can still get birth to a cow next year.
Then how long will that cow? How long does it take for that cow to get to a point where you are getting productive milk, dairy products, and also the one.
I think what he's saying is that he could procure a lot of livestock and then stock the farms, and then have somebody that can run it.
Sir, I want to tell you, sir. Sir, let me put it before you. Did you know that? What did you? It is. IVF is what the white people used to produce animal.
Okay. Yeah, I know that.
You know that?
I heard of that technology. I've watched a documentary.
That is what they used to produce animal. So then you have to understand, we have going in. Anyway, let me not talk. That is why I'm saying, if I have opportunity to advise any governor, it will be the best. Except if you don't want to do it, it will be the best. And that is why I'm saying, Sowore should start and building a party. Because if I were to be Sowore, since he have opportunity to America, what he will have asked for is tractor. If Sowore is able to bring one tractor to Ondo to this year, next year Sowore will be the governor of Ondo. But although you don't want to go for that, at least his party will hold hand every position is in Ondo. But Sowore doesn't. I don't have opportunity to him, but also it doesn't.
Don't worry. Sowore will become governor. You know, they are now this constitutional amendment now. They now want to create. Is it 31 states more? Is it 31 or 32 if I'm correct? This new constitutional amendment now. And make them do them now. So Sowore will go and at least he should be able to grab one of those states and become a governor. So it's opportunity for. That's another aberration of this government, Nigeria. They want to create more states. That will
Panther, you want to talk?
Black Panther. Maybe it's still
okay, thank you. So you see that the other time when they were contesting, Edo State, what was I asking for? Okbila Smith. Okbila Smith. Because why am I asking for it? Because I know that is what God used to bless the land. If I were to be a governor, you don't know what I will do. All Edo State people, all the local government will invest in that Okbila Smith. All the local government. So you see, when they invest in it, automatically they will start making it to work. No one will thief, because I will not allow you to steal my money. You will not allow me to steal your money. So they will make it to work. If you put them into agric farm. You make all the villages in that local government to invest in that agric farm or that pantry farm. So nobody can steal pantry from it. If you do a poultry farm, you will make the whole village or about 7 villages to invest in that poultry farm. Nobody can steal. Because if it is only 1 person, 2 person, that is where they will steal it. Let it be all of them. No one will allow you to take his own property now. So by the time you engage communities in different ways of life, before you know, they will start clapping for you as the best guy. Because at the end of the month or at the end of the year, they all will be paid from their investment. But they will no longer see it as only their investment. It is cooperative. So that is why we use cooperative is the best, because our people doesn't have that idea. And that is why they cannot come out on television and talk to people. Like this.
You know that, Mr. Odua, you see what you are talking, what you are saying now. Yes, it's a good idea, but you must know that the level that you are taking it to, is a large scale. That means that it will require proper management. It will require proper management. It will require, big chunk of expenditure to run it effectively.
Sir, I want to give you one experiment. I want to give you an experiment.
Yeah.
Now, I provide the land. 20 people bring one cow. Not cow, sorry. One goat. One person can afford 1 goat. Abi? But if you try to afford 20 goats, you will not be able. So if you need 20 goats, what do? You got 20 people to bring 20 goats. Automatically become 20 goats easily. That chunk of amount you were talking about, has it not come out? Baba?
And what will you do with those animals?
No, that is how you build companies. That is how you build these people. This is how you build the money that they are going to be generating from in the land for them. What just matter is bring this idea, look for all the people of that land to contribute to it. Don't say one person need to bring that money. No. If you have 3 naira, bring it. Just.
Oh, wait, Mr. Odua.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to look into your concept. But you as a government,
yes,
what will be your contribution?
That's good. That is why I supervise.
Supervise.
Yes, because we say government holds the land, is it not so?
Will you inject money into it?
Yes, at least I will do the little bit I can. Like now, let's say something. We said government.
That little bit you said, that it won't work. Oh.
It works, sir. That's good. I want to give you an example of one thing.
Let me add something quickly before you go. I think basically what Odua is arguing for has merit. It's part of what I talked about when I said something about collective intelligence being better than individual intelligence, because it does have bigger impact. Like, he kept saying not only one person, because we have seen one Superman try to do stuff all the time. Have you ever tried to play football where the team, one guy wants to play all by himself? Chances are that team is going to lose to another team that is playing collectively. Collective intelligence has greater impact on outcomes. So when you have a community working together to for a common goal, they have a common interest, a shared interest in ensuring the success of that system. And because of that, the chance of success increases. An example of this is like with Ethiopia. They wanted to build that dam, and the government decided that, you know what, let's go to the citizens and ask them to contribute to building a dam. And the citizens contributed to build it. I think that's the largest dam in Africa now. And when Egypt threatened that dam, everybody was up, because they have a collective interest in making sure the dam works, because they contributed to it. The people of the country contributed to it. So you see what I mean? And I think this is what I was talking about, that we have to have participation in the government. And let's say the people are paying tax too, they will feel like they are part of the government, because now it's their money the government is using to build the country. But if the government is using oil, it's not their money. They don't feel like it's their money. So I think that there's merit to what Odua is saying regarding collective ownership. And if the government is there to support it and give them assurance.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not disputing the strategy or the policy idea completely. I'm just saying that government will still have a big role, not little, a very big role to play to see it, you know.
Yeah, you can be an administrator and making sure everything is going smoothly, and I think that would be less.
Even the oil that you talked about, there is a way the government, you know, to get the people to have that sense of belonging. That oil, that's
but because they can get away with it, because they can get away with it without bringing the people closer.
Because they don't want to do that, because they know that if they do that, they will ask them for more accountability. Exactly. And they don't want that. So that's what they're doing.
Babatunaga, actually, you remember there was a drink called Canada Dry in Edo State, that time, Bende State.
Canada Dry, yeah.
Yeah, Canada Dry.
I don't know. It looks like you have been around for a while.
Okay.
Canada Dry. I know Canada Dry in Nigeria now.
That's good. That Canada Dry, did you know that it was being produced by Igbenedion Esama of Benin? Why did he fold up? I said, if I were the owner of that drink, he will never fold up. That is where I calculate my collective effort. This cooperative, very necessary. If Canada Dry was selling just like the way 7-Up Coca-Cola was selling, you know what you need to do? Call all Edo people. Let them be a stakeholder in it. All of them must have share in it. At the end of the month, they have to pay them from that. At the end of the month, they actually have to return back money to them. Did you know that they will no longer know Coca-Cola is sweet drink? They will no longer know that 7-Up have sugar. Whether that Canada Dry is bitter or it's like ordinary water is what they will go to buy. Because at the end of the month, their money is going to come back from there.
Yeah, that's logical.
But because they did not invest money in it, the jealousy come.
You see,
I say, I beg you.
Is the mindset of Nigeria. What you are talking about, we need a total reorientation of the people. If you look at businesses in Nigeria, they will thrive when the owner is alive. Once the person is always a one-man show. It's always a one-man.
That is what we are talking about.
All those industry giants that we have in Nigeria, if you just look back over the years, once those people buy, their business or businesses buy with them.
Yes, because it's of one person. It's of one person.
The children, even if it is private, here in North America, most of the businesses here.
No, it's of one person.
See, even in my locality here, 2 weeks ago, I attended an event in my local community here, a family that donated to the hospital. Yeah. That business has been in existence for 102 years. 102 years. Private car dealership donated $5 million to my local hospital here. Is because the man who started that car dealership, the man don't buy. The son of that man that started that is 86 years old. Is the grandson and the granddaughter that is now running the business that donated $5 million. That business employing, almost 200 people in the community. That business will not 102 years. That business has been in
so what is this? What do you think is special that enabled its survival?
What is special is because they have that succession plan to continue. In Nigeria, it is all about themselves. And that business, you will now see the people that are running it. It is not the grandson. It is not the granddaughter. They are there on paper as the guy came there on paper as the
they'll be board members.
As board members. The CEO is not the son, is not the daughter. The VP business development is not the son, is not the daughter.
But the problem with Nigeria is that when the heart of the business, the owner of the business died, the other actors, the board members, instead of them to carry on with their normal, procedures so that they can build this. Sorry. This goes to the heart of our problem, isn't it? Instead of them to carry on, because it's in their interest to carry on building the company so it flourishes, one person or two people will want to hijack it in their own image. They want to sabotage it and take it in their own image and split the company and break the company up. That's what tends to happen.
Yes.
You
are right. You are right. You are right.
Look at this man that just spy now.
But did you know the reason? Did you know the reason?
Mr. Odua, just to buttress the point of to Nigeria, this man that just spy now in Nigeria about 2 weeks ago, or there about 2 weeks or less now, Dan Tata, you will see now. You just wait and see. Just wait and see the kind of business. Just give it 1-2 years. The next thing they will be talking, they will share the estate amongst themselves.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are we guys doing? I've been listening to. I was doing my eye test, my doctor's eye test. So that was why I couldn't. The place was like an underground stuff, so network was until I went into their Wi-Fi.
In fact, I hope say flood no eat you for Texas.
No, me I did 2 hours drive. I did 3 hours drive from where the flood started.
From where 3 hours drive still dey close, so you know say na water.
You know, I did for hill now. Me I did hill. Yeah, they hill it place. So by the topography on my side, there cannot be flood on my side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you people are safe. Flood will be carrying someone like Black Panther away. This one doesn't see clearly.
The problem they had was with the dam. Okay. And you know, America don't have a very good irrigation system. That is a drainage system. It's not very good.
A lot of people said to have died though. I think it's around 160 now. So that's a lot of people.
It's 175.
Wow, it's climbing now. It just keeps climbing.
The last one I heard was 150 something.
And the reason why it's high like that is because a lot of like this time, summertime, they get a lot of people that goes for camp meetings.
Okay.
Like students, I heard about a lot of students died. So that's it.
Sorry to hear that too. Nobody wants that to happen to anybody.
Yeah, and mostly the area that is affected where those places that have them, that farmers are, those places where farmers, you know, they outskirts of the town. So basically, those farmers affect very well.
Dead end areas in America where you get there, you think there's no human being living there.
Yeah, everywhere that human being live. If like forest, they would like to reach that place. So you see, like sometimes that's why they say environment changes a human being. You see, the concept of Nigeria, I don't know why our leaders are just very, very, very wicked. You see, I love the submission of to Nigeria. You see, to Nigeria, you see, your submission today was very good. And your submission at the beginning of this politics concerning Pan-Africanism is good. But the problem we the problem I have with it is not being set forth at the set time. Now is the set time. And you see how the postulate, you are not merging our postulate with your own. Now you cannot see that they are both merging now. Now these leaders we have, they are evil. They're just difficult people, and they don't want the country to go anywhere. They just continue to sell the country. Just imagine if we have a system whereby people come into the country, they spend 10 years, they can be a national of the country. I don't see anything wrong if a Fulani man applies to become a nationalist, no matter where it comes from. As long as it comes through the right channel and is being processed, is being ID, you can be a member of the union. There's nothing bad in it. Like the world we have today is the bigger the population, the better the country, and the stronger it is. Make the people believe in the country so that they're able to fight for the country, even if they don't even have 3 square meal, but they believe the country is for them and they have the heart to deliver to the country, no matter their situation. After all, in America, they have poor people that cannot even eat 3 square meal. In UK, they have it. In China, they have it. But why is it that our leaders are so wicked? And why is it that the wickedness has been transferred into the Nigeria itself? Because for us to identify a good leader, we need to have a sort of the criteria we look. But most of us don't even have. The good leaders that Nigeria can say is a good leader is the leader that hand over money in their hands immediately. That is what they term as a good leader in Nigeria, even in Africa as a whole. But we need to change this concept. That look, it's not a leader that gives you money directly that is a good leader. It's a leader that makes you to cultivate and contribute your own quota to the union. A leader that encourages the youth to be creative. What stops us from creating our own weapon? What stops us from creating our own drone? Did Turkey that we have, were they producing drone 20 years ago? No. Were they producing a fighter helicopter, which Nigeria bought 5 from them about a year ago? A fighter helicopter. Were they producing it? No. But they stole technology from America and they produced a prototype of America a fighter helicopter that fly as if it's a jet. I forgot the name they call it. So we should make a big union by believing in ourselves. And we have a bigger market in Africa. If Nigeria can produce armored personnel carriers, we can produce. Why is it that the government is not encouraging it so that they can expand it, so that we can fill the entire Africa with our own armored personnel carriers? Why? Because they don't have a vision. Because they are corrupt. These are the things we saw yesterday. That make us, we are standing our ground till now. But the man that does not know where it's coming, how can he stand his ground? Many Nigerians don't know where we are coming from. That is why most of them cannot stand their ground. Just look at what is happening now. Somebody will come into the channel. Just look at Okonkwo. If anybody have not faced what is called a traitor, a backstabber before in his life, he should count himself so lucky. I was a member of the union in my university days. I carried it up to from south to the west to the north. I learned to know the Hausa man better. And I love their way, because their way is not what is being practiced now. But what we need to do is to have a union. That is why we're talking about, let's come together and foster how we are going to have our own African constitution. Not somebody who just come and change our national anthem and give us a national anthem of a prostitute that came here and we adopt it. That is an aberration. Any government, any president that comes in now, if Obi comes in now, it should make sure that it turns around that national anthem. Let's go back to the one written by a Nigerian, which Nigeria called Obey. That is what we should take. Not the one that a lady wrote for us. Look at it now. We are in a disarray because we are not a union. We need to be a union. We need to set an example for the African people, for them to see. That is what Burkina Faso is doing. That is why you have the 3 countries now, the 3 units are forming a central bank. They are forming a currency that they will use, setting an example that Africa can be united. But what is Nigeria doing? What is South Africa doing? They are going different way. You see America selecting some, I call them less privileged countries in Africa that don't have something that we can hold. But they are trying to have a drone base right here, right in their country, so that they can monitor That is what they're trying to do, nothing else. Because their country, Nigeria is one of the greatest countries in Africa. If we want to talk about it, Burkina Faso is great. South Africa is great. But how are we going to harness our potentials and become like China? Why don't we be smart in Africa? The leadership should be smart. Let's start from somewhere. If it's for us to feed ourselves, let's start from somewhere. Technology, we are good to start in terms of technology. Look at our doctors. Look at our software engineers. We can bring them back home if we have a good union. Good union, we bring good mind, and we bring good concept, and good concept will bring about good country and good economists. We have great economists out there, not the one we have in Nigeria that are so corrupt they cannot even think. We need to bring our brothers and sisters, because Nigeria is more than 300,000. Do you know how many children we have given birth to that are outside? Do you know how many children that are in America here? Do you know how many Nigerian children that are in Britain? We need to bring back these people back home by creating enabling environment. Not only enabling environment, by creating a good union that will bring them back home so that they'll be proud. Look at the girls that are representing Nigeria in ladies soccer. We have some mixed white and black ladies. They decided to play for Nigeria because they see that Nigeria is great when it comes to sport. Sport is one thing that we can export and make a lot of money. But the Nigerian government is just keeping mute. Keeping mute for nothing. Come America here.
Can I add something quickly to what you are saying about, having a big this union? You see, recently the conflict between the Iranians and the Israelis told something. Israel has far more sophisticated weapon, but because Iran was a large nation and they had a larger population, I think it's 75 times bigger than Israel. So it means that Israel has to strike Iran almost 70-something times.
Yes, now
one hit, Iran is going to hit back. It tells you that
they can't even do it alone.
Yeah, size matter to the point. Yeah, you notice that this Netanyahu was a little bit panicky that America has to join. Otherwise, Iran just kept sending missiles to its tiny space for a tiny population. Because numbers, you have technology, but technology can only get you as far. Numbers starts counting.
Iranian has the technology now. They have it.
They have some. That's but the Israeli one is superior, far superior. But still, because they have the numbers, it meant that superiority didn't matter too much. Israel was in a serious situation because of it. Because numbers has advantage. This in the technology gives you a force multiplier and an advantage for a bit.
Yes. You are right.
Technology can catch up with you.
You are right by saying numbers have advantage. I am not doubting that. But when you have the numbers, the question now is, how do you harness the numbers and put on it the technology that will make the numbers superior?
Exactly. You see, that's the thing. The moment you have numbers, it's easier to catch up in terms of power.
It's easier to catch up when you have the numbers.
Advance your technology a little bit. Just advance your technology. You're going to be catching up.
That is what China is using now.
Exactly.
That is what China is using.
You got it.
China stole every country in the world. They are stealing technology, including America too. So if we can harness ourselves and steal technology too, there's nothing bad there. Nigeria can produce. I am very sure I can beat my chest. Nigeria can produce armored personnel carrier. If you count 5 in the world, Nigeria is number 4. It's on the internet there. Armored personnel carrier is one thing that you need to put soldiers on ground in a war front. Nigeria produced one of the best, and it was produced by a military general.
Yeah,
in Nigeria,
we are even making ships now. Nigeria are making.
We are making small ships. What is there for the Nigerian government to exploit this area of bringing in serious, strong resources to the country? What is stopping us from being a superpower in Africa? What is stopping us?
And in a way, I like Trump. Trump is willing to do business, but I don't see Tinubu going there to say, you know what?
We are not ready to do business because we have a stupid government. Trump is somebody that will sell any aircraft for you if you are ready.
He will sell anything.
Anything. He's a transactional man now.
Yes, now.
Not
So
said.
people are not
This is an
serious.
opportunity for the Tinubu government to go there and get some of the most sophisticated tools you want to get.
Talking
Just
about
give them the money.
talking about ships. Nigeria have been producing ships for some time. It's just because of this, our government in Nigeria, they don't have what it takes at all. They just ensure. I mean, it's like working deliberately and starving these people of funding. They don't give the Nigerian Navy enough fund. I was privileged in 2009 with a friend of mine to visit the Nigerian naval shipyard, Amadu Bello Way in Ikoyi in Lagos. And we went to their officers mess and everything. And the naval captain who was in charge, in fact, he took us there. I'm telling you, my mouth was open ajar for the almost about 40 minutes. This guy was showing us the work they are doing. They build this thing from the scratch. That yard is massive. I never knew that there is a place like that in Victoria Island. I never knew in my life. Very massive that they are building with metals. And the guy was, discussing with us their frustration in terms of funding. They are deliberately, the funding is not coming. So
and some of them are even busy stealing it, just like they were stealing food.
Let me give you guys some secrets now. Let me give you guys some secret. You know all the governors and cars, all the governors you see in Nigeria, they know they buy their car for any abroad. They know they buy armored car for abroad. Me, I tell you what they do. And my guy ain't give me this info. You see, what they do, they buy a car from abroad. They bring it down here. Then who does the armored? Who put the armored in the car? It's in Nigeria. It's Ogun State.
Proforce, sir.
There is a guy doing Proforce. Yeah, you got it. That is the guy doing all the putting armored instrument in their cars. They will come and quote billions of dollars. That's the guy doing it.
Yeah, that's quite a good addition. That guy is doing really.
That guy is good. What's stopping the Nigerian government giving him a loan, tax-free loan of $1 billion to go AY and produce in mass bunch? Why? What's stopping them?
I don't know. The Nigerian government, they are very, very slow to do anything.
Do you know that Nigeria produced drone, my brother?
Yeah. We are making. We are making drones. We are doing quite a lot actually. Nigerians
you see that kind of a guy that you just mentioned. Nigerian government don't even need to give him 1 naira. It is the financial institution that will give him the money. Nigerian government will just sign paper, a piece of paper,
as a guarantor,
guarantee.
Mr. Black Panther.
And these are the ways. These are just the ways to grow our economy. It's all there for whatever reason. For whatever reason that after talking, I don't understand why they are not doing these things. Just simple things that you need to do. I don't understand what it takes for a president to sign an executive order today, sign an executive order that federal government of Nigeria will not use imported cars going forward.
They don't want to do that because they have contracts.
What is in that? Me, I don't understand though why a president will not just say henceforth, no minister, no ministry, no parastatals. You start with the federal government, will not use any foreign cars.
Exactly. Forward. They could have, if they did this just 10 years ago. By now, some of all those cars, the Nigerian-made cars that our government are using, they'll be selling it in neighboring countries. Because they don't see into the future that this kind of stuff can enrich the country. What kind of mumu thinking is that? If Nigerian government start using it, if you look at many African countries, whatever Nigeria does, they tend to like to adopt it. If we make music, they want to take it. They want to have it. If we do this in movies, they want to. They don't have many African countries look up to Nigeria for some reason. They do. And if Nigerians start patronizing their own cars, patronizing their own goods, you will see many African countries start buying it. I don't know why our leaders are not ambitious. They don't think we like to think that they like money, but it appears they don't even like money. They just run their country to the ground.
Like Nigeria, what I observe is that the Nigerian leadership we have, they are absolute. That is why we are fighting for a younger person. Let's start from Peter, because these people don't know the technology that is obtainable in the world now. I'm telling you the truth, they don't know.
I think you may have some argument that many of them are too old. This is the problem.
They are too archaic.
If you have Atiku on the other side and P2B on the other side, the youths are going to be, Tinubu on the other side, the youths are going to be, they will be in despair in this country without somebody like P2B in the election. It's going to be, these old men, they don't have the mind to be able to deal with the world as it is today.
They are afraid. They are afraid that since they are absolute, if you have a younger heart at the ends of affair, it will just make them look like as if we've thrown them into the wilderness. But they don't want to learn, even if they don't know. But they don't want to learn and give space for the youth to come in so that they'll be learning from the youth. Thank you. You don't come. You don't go chop your dinner. Don't disturb. I don't talk am before.
Which one be your kagbe again?
You be your kagbe here now. Now you dey break kola nut. Now you dey share am.
Your mouth. But don't they talk since now? Now they sleep. Too like you know they sleep.
Sleep for when Nigeria matter no get sleep.
Not be the same you came here to Nigeria day. You never reach time when you go sleep.
To Nigeria no get wife for us now.
Wow. I saw. How you take no?
If you get one girl for us, for all the disturbance since.
Must he bring his private life to social media?
Leave it now, you have no clue now.
Don't mind to Nigeria lie. To Nigeria was up man for England.
Yeah, right.
Okay. No, but to Nigeria not reveal anything. You want to make you talk.
I'm not going to reveal anything. Now, why would I do that? There's anything to be revealed.
You are talking to FBI intelligence officer.
I salute to our people. Let's round up. 4 hours. That's wonderful. I appreciate you all. To Nigeria, thanks for coming in, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much, Black Panther, Abdul Malik, Mr. Odowa, Mr. Paul was here. He just left. We didn't say anything. I appreciate every one of you that came in. I want to appreciate those of you that called into the show as well. Tony Africa, Adewale, Mr. Alabo, and Deborah, and many others that called in. I appreciate you all. I appreciate every one of you that supported the channel today as well. Mr. Seven Girl Mede. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Peggy Modi, thank you very much, man. Kislogeraki, Stephanie Ojeb, thank you very much, my people. Suberu, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you all. God bless you now, my people. Those of you that like, that share these videos, I want to say thank you. Now, God bless you now. I'm grateful. All right, my people, on the comment section, Mother of Common Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always for all that you do for us here. Thank you, Abu Azi. I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for all that you do. I appreciate every one of you right there. Love Maduka, Tony Africa, Debzi. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Mother Stella and Masemedo. Thank you, Mother Peggy Modi once again. Thank you, Best Max. I appreciate you all. We've come BTV Nigeria, I can see right there as well. Thank you. Oh, na politics. Oh, you never hear they say na article. Now some people call this support now. Anyway, come and join us tomorrow. Let me hear from you, my brother. I appreciate all of you, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Let's end the show right now. Fingers crossed. We'll take it over all the way from where we stopped by 7 p.m. tomorrow. But look out for our pre-recorded video during the day by God's grace. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Now you will enjoy the content. Good night, my people, and bye for now.
Uganda many pay a rula meba. Atuma e pijo psycho ndabanyo. What them on them? Abama ndaba. Bosolo e bob dapa ndabanyo. Baba tijo blow. Watch you be cross. No. I was tell a banye. That you the cross were Machan Daba. Check out cross of West Africa, Daba. General important. No. Two-so-called glass dealer, Daba. Mike merchandise, electronics dealer. Traditional Prime Minister. Very contractor, Ushimano were hanging. Get the